Live. Hello, everybody. We are still getting a little bit set up here.
Hello.
As usual, we're always super prepared before we get on, as in, not really. You might notice that Mark has become a Sith Lord. That's okay.
Yeah.
We all expected it of him.
And last night, somebody snuck into my tent and shaved my mustache. Now we're going to... today's adventure is about finding out who did this dastardly deed.
Yeah, they did it real quick between sessions.
Yes.
It was interesting. Someone did a Kinku jump through the window. It was a Shavy bastard came in and
Shavy bastard.
cut it right off.
Baby bastard.
Manscaping bastard, yes.
Manscaping.
For people just joining us now, all our kinkus are something bastard, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, you will notice there's a new member here, and we'd like to welcome Jessica Chen King to the stream.
Welcome,
you'll
Jessica.
See, welcome. No guarantee she'll become a character, but you'll find out later during the stream. We'll see.
Yes, we'll see what happens. But thank you for joining us on our adventure of our unnamed adventurers troop. Like, this is Art of the Roll, but in the game, our group is still trying to figure out a name. We've come up with some interesting ones in the past that have all been rejected. You know, like the Vagrant Smashers, shortened to. No, we don't need to go over that again. But we're still looking for a team name. So. But,
Yeah.
So if you've got anything, if anybody thinks of something,
yes.
please,
We
you know.
yeah, we vetoed some, so not those.
Yes. I believe everybody's taken their veto already. Is that's what it is, eh?
No
Everyone's
vag
already-
smashers, sorry.
Badge Smashers has been vetoed for some reason. It was short for it
why.
was Vagrant Smashers, and I shortened it to Badge Smashers.
Everybody was
Like,
before this. We talked about it.
They're
We
both
were like
unacceptable.
Vagrant Smashers.
Vagrant smash. I mean, we don't smash vagrants, you know. I don't want to be the kind of person.
I am
Actually-
revolted by vagrants. That's true. We don't actually smash them, but
Well,
I'm excited to
You're
have
revolted.
Jessica
Greyhide,
Chin King here.
They're
She's
a well of information. I'll have you know.
we are a well of
this
information.
is very
They
true.
are a well.
Vagrants
of
have
information.
helped us with a variety of things, a variety of times.
Do you consider yourself a vagrant, Alpha? Oh, I feel bad now.
No, I haven't.
You said we are a well of information.
I said they are a well.
Oh,
of
they
information.
are.
I suppose
At
I
too
do
high of a
wonder.
cost.
They do give information.
They do give information. The Fab Four, we've got the Fab Four. What do we think of that?
That one was already taken by a futuristic music.
Not in the Forgotten
group?
Realms. It sounds
I-
pretty. I like it.
I believe.
What do you guys think about the Beatles?
That's
No?
pretty good too.
They're
How
little
about
critters that
Handsome Greyhide
Squash them.
and his band of merry adventurers? Handsome
Yeah.
Greyhide and the band of merry adventurers.
We could
We're
go
just
with
tuning in. We're just waiting for a few moments to get started, and
Yeah.
We're
we're
going to
looking
do a
for team
recap.
names.
We're going to start with a recap because a lot of people have been
Oh, yeah.
asking about, they feel a little bit lost.
Mhm.
We've done a lot, so we're going to do a quick recap of everything that's come before. And we're about to embark on something pretty exciting. So,
yeah.
Yes.
So
Ah,
we can go ahead and get started. Before we get there, just some quick things to announce. I'm going to put links in the chat to everything I mentioned here, but hopefully that came out okay. Nope, it did not come out okay. It came out terribly. Oh well. I'll get them in a second. But
yes.
things to go through. If you haven't already, you should follow us on Instagram. We put a lot of stuff there. Also, everybody here has Instagrams. Over here, I had it backwards. All of our music comes from Tabletop RPG Music. I'll put a link in the description in a bit. And we have a new Discord now, so you should totally come to our Discord if you want to talk to any of the players. I think they're all in there now. You could talk to me. There's a place for fan art. There's places to ask questions. Anything you'd like. You should check out our Discord. So that will be put in the chat. It's also the description.
It's
Go
it's
ahead.
also all these links are also on our Twitch main page. So if you're watching us on Twitch, if you go to our main page, you can see our Facebook, our YouTube, our Instagram, our Discord. All the links are there. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Awesome. And lastly, I wanted to give one shout out to someone who's been making. Oh, did we lose a mic again? Yes, we did. One more shout out to someone who's been actually making 3D models for me. Really cool. It's his name is called Vinoff Art. So you should check him out on Instagram. I'll put his link in the chat. You can see him here. You can see put
Whoa.
together a lot of 3D models for stuff.
So awesome.
So
Is that Xanathar up? The first one looks like Xanathar. I don't like that guy.
Kinda. No, not saying anything about what he's commissioning for me.
La-di-da.
Ooh.
But
We don't
yeah,
even
it's
know.
pretty cool. Very skilled. So if you ever need something done, you should check him out. Let's see, how do I stop showing that? Okay. Other than that, let me go ahead and put his thing in the chats. Other than that, one last thing. Game night in South Florida, a bar/gaming place where you can go and play a lot of different games. They play our stream usually. They're expanding. I don't know if they'll be done by the time we do this, but on the 23rd, me and some other friends who are also in the chat here will be going to game night on the 23rd to hang out there. Not quite sure what we'll be doing while we're there, but I'm sure it'll involve games and drinking. So anyone in the South Florida area is interested in that, you can come check us out. We're going to be having fun.
They stream our live games too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And
We might actually watch the stream live there because we won't be actually live on the 23rd. We're live almost all the time, unlike some other Critical Role plays, but we're live almost all the time. But that on the 23rd, that game will not be live. We'll have it pre-recorded and it'll be specially themed for Christmas. So you should check that out.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you. Game night.
Yeah. And I think if we're good with that, I think we can start. So I saw Mike is still not back. Did he say anything in the chats?
No. But we can
no?
do the recap without him. We're not starting the adventure, so maybe just go into the recap.
Okay. I'll do that. I just want to make sure he wasn't saying anything. Okay. Oh, I wonder if he lost internet. That would be unfortunate.
Oh no.
Yeah, we need internet.
Yeah, imagine that. So, so this is just a summary of everything that's happened. A lot of things have happened, and so I didn't exactly order this chronologically per se. I ordered it by in a way that's probably easier to digest. So, our adventure started in the Yawning Portal, which the group later decided to rename and start calling the Gaping Chasm, of course. Mm-hmm. It was unfortunate for me because it became a reoccurring thing of renaming everything I put into the game. From there, they obtained a mission from Volo to rescue a bar-hopping friend named Flu. It just so happens Floon was abducted by the Zentarum, and he wasn't alone. The well-known Rainier Neverember was also abducted with Floon, Rainier's father is Daggart Neverember, which later the party found out was embezzled a whole bunch of money and stashed it somewhere in Neverwinter. And different people and groups are looking for that money now. It's 500,000 dragons, or gold. Mm-hmm. By the time the group found out where Floon and Rainier had been taken, Xanathar had gotten to Floon and Rainier first. Apparently, Xanathar's minions thought that Floon was Rainier due to the fact that Floon always dresses nicely, and Rainier does not. Anyways, Rainier was able to hide and escape on his own. So the party, along with Rainier, was able to track down Floon before he was killed by Xanathar's minion, a mind flayer named Nihilor. However, before Nihilor exited, leaving his lackeys to deal with the party overheard Xanathar looking for the Stone of Galore, to find Daggart Neverember's embezzled gold hidden somewhere in the city. The party dispatched the thugs and the Intellect Devourer, which they renamed to Brain Puppy, of course. Unfortunately, Volo couldn't actually pay the full amount that he promised the party, and so he gave them a deed to Trollskull Manor. They found that Trollskull was haunted with a specter, but who was surprisingly amiable to them living there as long as they restore the tavern on the bottom floor. The manor itself is a rundown 4-story manor. So that's where the chronological stops. Now, this is going through each of the factions that you all have encountered, a little bit about each faction. So you met in the Lord's Alliance. You met a Jalister Silvermane who works for Lord's Alliance, who paid the party to take care of a wanted mercenary who had been previously exiled. The party found out he was trying to become a local boss, working with Xanathar, since you all actually killed the last local boss of the area. Mm-hmm. The Lord's Alliance, you found out, is a group of defenders of the realm, which includes most major cities along the Sword Coast, including Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, and Everwinter. Then you ran into the Zentarum. There you met Davil's Star Song, who works for the Zentarum, who paid players to seek out someone in the docks that was killing off elves and half-elves. The players were able to track the perpetrator and dispatch him, though were shocked to find that he was a dark elf doing the killing. Mm-hmm. The party also delivered some potions from a potion shop to an unknown woman in purple. I lost where it was. And you got paid for it. He told you that the potions were potions of mind reading. And he's back. The Zentarum seemed to be a conglomerate of some shady but powerful business owners dealing in all sorts of business, from drugs to weapons to legit things like potions. They seemed to be in an almost open gang warfare with Xanathar. Then you met Brigand Arth, which was with Jarlaxle, who was the leader of Brigand Arth, a dark elf, had been sending people to watch the party at night, as well as maybe being connected to the dark elf killing elves. After the party figured this out, they approached him on a ship which was hosting a fair at the time. They found out that Jarlaxle kidnapped one of their friends and was keeping their friend as collateral in order to guarantee that they help him find Neverember's gold. Jarlaxle seems to be also closely connected to Fitz's backstory. More on that later. Brigand Arth seems to be some sort of mercenary group consisting of all male drow / dark elves that masquerade as a traveling fair. Uh-huh. So one more that you've had some significant dealings with is the Grey Hands and Force Grey. That's where you talk to Vajra Safahir, leader of the Grey Hands and Force Grey, hired the group to track down and find out why one of their Force Grey members, Maloon War Dragon, was acting differently and strangely. The party found out that he was inhabited by an intellect devourer, which had replaced his brain, which of course you guys called brain puppies. Yes. They unfortunately had to kill Maloon with the help of Brigand Arth member. And the other thing of note there is Greyhide found a weapon called Azure Edge, which was a sentient weapon that talked to him. The Grey Hands are a special group that work for and protect Waterdeep, usually somewhat incognito, while the Force Grey is an elite section of the Grey Hands. So you've dealt with Xanathar, though you haven't worked with Xanathar. But they seem to be drug dealers, assassins, thugs, rulers of the dark underground. The highest member of Xanathar you've ran into is Nihilor, the Mind Flayer. And they seem to be in open war with the Zentarum. You've also been propositioned by the Harpers, which you haven't followed up on, the Emerald Enclave, which you haven't followed up on, and you've even been propositioned by Xanathar, which you flat out rejected, and fought more brain puppies. Mm-hmm. So...
it should be noted that the Zentarum seem to function by seducing you with beautiful elven bards, and that the Xanathar seem to function by taking over your brain with brain puppies.
Yeah.
So we call them brain puppies because it looks like a brain and it's got 4 legs and they skitter around and they fight us. So we call them brain puppies. It's a much better name than Intellect Devourer, in my opinion.
Well, who can remember Intellect Devourer?
Not me. Yeah. I have a very low intellect. Oh, like that's a brain puppy.
Got a little tail, like a little Shetland or something.
Yeah, it has little things in front.
Yuck.
Yes.
So the last part I'll go through real quick is a bit about the backstory that's been discovered about everybody so far. Mm-hmm. So far you've learned about Fitz. At first he was masquerading as a human due to a ring he found, which seems to only work on elves and makes them look like generic human mercenaries. He seems flamboyant, always ready to seduce anything, and perhaps not the most observant, but quick to trust people, at least to some degree. Later, we found out that he works for a wealthy textile company, and he has been
owns a wealthy textile company.
Sorry, I should say that. Yeah, owns a wealthy textile company, and was actually guarding and helping move a caravan with goods, and was attacked by dark elves wearing the ring that he was wearing, and everyone was killed, including one of his childhood friends, except for Fitz. I think that's all that's been revealed about that. But then you also was revealed He was also tasked with delivering a note to a hat merchant, which after following, you found out the note actually went to the Underdark. Fitz' first night, we experienced the dream in which he had a dream sequence involving seeing a matron mother in a dark underdark torturing a male drow. Then later in the dream, that same male drow torturing a female drow. Then after that, he talks to a goddess that apparently gives him his powers. And we have a gray hide. How ironic. No, coincidental.
Perfect timing.
And she mentioned, yep, but we can't see you, bringing her children back to the moonlight. To Fitz's horror, Jarlaxle admits attacking the caravan, he admits knowing your father, and is threatening the party to work for him, or he'll kill another of your friends.
Yes.
To Fitz's surprise, Jarlaxle is the man being tortured in your dream. And one of Jarlaxle's lackeys was the one being tortured by Jarlaxle in the second half of that dream.
Mm-hmm. The one who keeps following us around and saving us from things.
You're good. Yeah. For Greyhide, clearly the most adventurous of the party, seemed to be out solely for adventure. The only clue to his past was he would occasionally ask about a certain Kira. However, he was later met by a Kinku in disguise called Creepy Bastard, which the party renamed to Kinky Bastard, of course. This Kinku was apparently talking to Greyhide with the voice of a woman that Greyhide recognized. It was the voice of his sister Kira, that Greyhide explained was abducted a long time ago, and that when they were children. Based on that and what Kira said through the Kinku, apparently his sister seems to have fallen in with Xanathar and asked Greyhide to not get involved, which sounds like that might not actually happen. Alpha was somewhat quiet, untrusting, but extremely practical and shrewd, and always looking to get as much out of an opportunity as possible. Alpha always kept an emotional distance from others. On the way to capturing an exiled criminal, she found a bundle on the ground that seemed to be wrapped similar to how her parents would wrap gifts. She picked it up and opened it, and it was beautiful quartz, and she immediately transported and knocked out. She found herself face to face with a previous adversary, a red wizard that had captured and studied her for some power she possessed, which you guys found out last episode what that was. The wizard apparently put a powerful Geesh spell on her, requiring her to find Neverember's gold for the wizard, or a Geesh spell would kill her in a year's time. Also, in her visions and in the world, she keeps seeing a raven. One time in desperation, she cast Speak to Animals on it for help. The raven did as she asked, but told her that he can't believe he can talk to her now, and that to not pick up items such as you picked up before, referencing the gift she saw on the ground. I didn't put in there what happened on the last episode because I actually forgot, and I wrote this, at that same time. So, we also found out that Alpha is actually named Fig and is a changeling,
which was awesome.
Looks like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a beautiful reveal and was just astounding. And if you can, go watch the end of the last episode just to see her.
The last 30 minutes of the last episode, there's a lot of really good stuff happening. So yeah, I'd say that's a great place to sort of jumping on point. And if you want to catch the last recap too, that explains what happened in the last episode, we also introduced a wonderful character called Chef Angelo. That was not expected, but he's a huge hit, and he's got a TikTok following well into the 700,000s, which is apparently really easy to get on TikTok.
It's because he did the dancing up the stairs thing, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
that's how you did it.
That's
right. Sorry, the step or initial adversary. Also, Fig, it looks like you're talking, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was muttering under her breath that Greyhide is an idiot, but it wasn't meant for us to hear. So
I really wasn't.
Oh, thank you.
Anywho, so we last left off. You had just finished off Maloon, as we said. The Fig had just come in her true form and explained a little bit, and you realize that she has a totally different personality, and that when she had the mask on of Alpha, you notice that it also comes with a personality difference as well.
Vast.
At the very end, poof, right into the center of the room, there were some papers that flew up and landed on the ground. You see Vajra appeared suddenly in the room, and she looks at you and says, What is going on here? Is that Maloon?
Yeah, he tried to kill
Oh.
us, and he was really, really tough, and he actually did pretty much kill me twice.
Yes, he did. Vajra, remember you asked us about why Maloon was acting strangely? Well, it's because his brain was taken over by one of those
Yeah,
brain puppy
brain
things.
puppies.
The
But an
devourer.
intellect devourer, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been reading
So-
up on them. They're called intellect devourers.
Real quick, does Fig want to try to do anything before Vajra notices her?
Yeah, like I wanted to like see if
Try
I can
shifting back?
Shift in time.
Let's roll initiative and see who gets their bearings first when she comes into the room.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
la-di-doo.
Oh no.
Because I
She rolled
totally
a
remember
5.
open D&D Beyond.
That's 13.
She immediately looks at Maloon and doesn't even notice you for a few seconds. Those around you will see a slight shifting and moving of facial features, and the hair darkens. And she goes,
Cool.
"I'm guessing you go back to Alpha."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, so he was working for the Xanathar and was trying to find the Zentorum's hideout because he believes they have the Stone of Galore for Neverember's Gold. And then our friend Alpha was nothing, was very helpful. Yes.
You got my raven? Quite literally.
Yes.
What?
A very strange thing of a raven knocking on my window and emphatic. I had to cast a spell to be able to figure out what it was doing.
Sorry, I felt you needed to see this for yourself because he was a friend of yours.
Also, we were dying and we really could have used you about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's true, but well, we killed him. We killed him good, but it took a while. It really sucked.
Sorry about your friend.
Sorry. Oh, I guess before the brain puppy times, he might have been a decent person. I don't know.
She does seem to be taking a moment to take it all in, sighing a couple of times heavily, looking at the brain puppy. The irrefutable evidence that you present to her of what happened.
Sorry about
She
that.
says, "This is most unfortunate. I will have to," and she looks around and she sees you, Greyhide, holding the axe, and says, I see you are able to hold the axe. That is interesting and good fortune. I would
Yes,
think that you will hold it for now then."
Well, I
yes.
certainly have an affinity to it. Yes.
Vajra, is that X normal? Because he seems to be acting very strangely ever since you picked it up.
Yeah,
No,
I told
that
you
is-
it's a talking axe. I told you.
Well,
Like what? It's not normal. It's a talking axe.
Yes, of course,
Axes
and
talk.
I
It talks to me.
I was talking to my scarf the other day. It told me how lovely my neck was. It was brilliant.
Yeah,
She
but that's
sighs
not
again
talking.
and says, "Yes, it is called a sentient weapon, not a
Yeah.
talking axe.
See?
But it is effectively a talking axe. But only he can hear it. And the axe must accept him. If at any point it does not accept you anymore, you will not be able, it'll become very heavy, and the moment it touches any object, it'll be adhered to it, and no one will be able to pull it up."
Oh.
Did you learn anything? Enigma. Roll a stealth.
Which one?
Stealth.
Some
Enigma.
character named Enigma. I don't know. I'm not Enigma. Are you Enigma?
Who?
Okay. Man, that is the lowest roll you've ever rolled before, and we rolled a lot on the previous episode. I swear she didn't roll anything under 15. It was insane.
Wow.
Anyways, Vajra looks through the window and says, "Someone is watching us."
Fitz draws his sword.
I go to
Is
the
one of
window.
those- Is it a kinku again? Is it another one? I'm ready.
Whatever it is, whatever's outside the window, let's kill it. Not even think. Not even think. Not even hesitate.
I have a hand on
She
my
says-
short sword.
Vajra immediately speaks up and says, "No, you don't know who she is. She could be
I've just been through a lot. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit.
She could be someone to talk to.
Okay. Well, maybe you should check it out. I've been traumatized.
What would Enigma do during all this? You are in fact looking through one of the windows at this unfold.
And they already seen me, right?
Yes, they've spotted you.
Okay, so I'm gonna pop up and say, "Hey guys, don't shoot me."
Yeah.
Don't.
I still take my short sword out.
I have valuable information, and I think I can help you.
What do we see? What do you look like?
Well, you can't really see through the window too well. Vaj will say, "Come into the house here."
Okay.
All right. So you walk into the house, and what do they see when you walk in? What type of thing is Enigma wearing?
I'm wearing all black, and I come in with my hands up, and I'm here as a friend.
I roll an insight check.
Go for it.
18.
1 second. Okay. You definitely don't see any overt lying or any kind of tell that makes you think like this person's out to get you. You do get kind of a no, I wouldn't say there's any of that. That's basically it with an 18.
My knife is out, but I lower it a little.
I watch, I suppose, Alpha again. I watch Alpha lower her knife, and I lower my sword, but I say, we'd love to have your information, but we tend to have very bad luck with friends.
Who are you?
The last one on the floor, actually. What's that,
Yes.
Alpha?
Who are you? This is the obvious. Yeah.
So my name is Enigma, and I heard you guys talking about the stone.
Why are you following us?
I just overheard. I wasn't following. I mean no harm at all, but I think I can help you.
Sorry, so you
Which
you
stone?
overheard
What are you
us,
talking about?
You overheard us dying, and you just thought you'd hang out by the window?
You were just passing in the middle of nowhere?
I will say, before last session, at the very end, you did have a brief conversation, I believe, about the Stone of Galore, right before Vajra showed up.
Yes.
Because Maloon mentioned it.
True.
Okay. So
Even if that's not true,
do
we'll
you
act
live
like
in
that's
this
true.
neighborhood where you just walking through the street and heard a commotion?
Yeah, well, I heard a commotion, wanted to make sure you guys were okay, and came by to see if I could help, and I overheard you talking about the stone. I feel like I can help you get it. I have a lot of information on it.
Vajra you see her expression darken a little bit and says, "This is very interesting and fortuitous, randomly. I need to take care of Maloon. Any of his effects you should put to use for as your gray hands. I will." And she goes over to the body and she starts making no, she won't. She'll just go over and touch the body. Before she finishes, she'll say, I officially put the business of Never Ember's gold into your 3 hands. I want you to find out as much as you can. There will be a reward for finding the gold.
Wait, was there no payment for this guy?
Oh yes, and she
Classic Alpha.
I will send it to. I left it in an emergency. I will send it to your manor. I believe I said I would give you a wand of secrets.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
That's decent.
I like secrets.
Thanks.
Thank you, Vajra. And if you ever want to discuss in person any developments, I would love to have some time with you, just the 2 of us. And I lean in and
roll to seduce, but with disadvantage because her friend just died.
Ooh, yes, I'm
Pick
really
up a girl at a
timing.
funeral. Wow.
Yeah.
Give it some
perhaps not.
time, man. So.
So
mean,
roll
we've got
twice
a
and take the lower.
Awesome.
Oh, it's so unfortunate. You would have had a natural 20.
We've got a natural 20 and a 22. I mean, in her grief, I am there to comfort her.
Yeah, that's basically how she takes it, and she says, "Thank you. In my line of work, many people die, unfortunately, but it is still a fraction of the total of us. So, but it is sad whenever it happens."
Damn,
Anyways,
Fitz, you need to give me lessons, man. That was really slick.
and with that, she touches Maloon's leg, and she's out.
Oof.
Well, that went well.
Well, I don't know about you guys. I know we have to go and search for this, search for this stone. But I'm exhausted. We haven't had a rest. We've been beaten, weary, and maybe we can talk to this enigma a little bit, and then figure out what to do in the next day. I don't know. It's kind of
Yes.
the hour is late.
I've still got a bit of a headache from when the brain puppy gave me that dousing of evil whatever things it does.
Are you still going on about that? That was 10 minutes
my
ago.
God.
Snap out of it.
I spit healing potion into your mouth, and you're ragging on me.
That was you, eh? Yeah, that was. Oh, thanks. That was really nice of you, man.
Yes.
I'll remember that.
First
Sorry,
time try.
it's been a rough day. I threatened to kill this nice lady Enigma just a moment ago, just because I heard someone rapping on the window. So
Well, we've had a bit of a rough week, to be honest. I mean, things haven't been going entirely in our favor.
but Enigma, I'm interested in what you have to say about the Stone of Galore. We have been officially charged by Vajra now to find this gold treasure, and we need the Stone of Galore. So what can you tell us about it, and what's in it for you?
Well, I definitely would need some help, and I was thinking if we all... Well, I want to know what information you guys have on the stone first.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
We don't know you. You just pop out of nowhere. Yeah, we're not giving you anything. You want to give us some information? Hand it over, or you can be on your way. Thanks. We just had a really long day.
I mean, if you can give us some information, we would certainly consider you making you part of our expedition.
Whoa.
No, we probably
Easy.
Well, guys, we have some information, but we don't have enough information to find the stone.
All right. Well, you know, Enigma. All we know is that there's a stone of Galore that's called Galore, so it probably has something to do with plentiful bounty.
You came in wanting to give us information, creeping up on our window.
That's true.
What is it that you have to say?
Yeah. Well, I actually don't know if I can trust you guys, so I don't know if I'm comfortable giving you.
Yeah, same. Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye. Good night.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Listen. We're both business people here. We're all privateers. Of course, Enigma's going to want something, so we should hear her out. Like, if we need to come to an arrangement, because if we pool our resources, we might have a better chance of finding the stone. But frankly, we need to know something. You need to give us some piece of information that'll
can trust her.
Well,
why don't we go to the Yawning Chasm or whatever it's called and have a drink together?
We just closed that place. I guess we can have another. Do we have any kegs at Trollskull Manor? I mean, we have a tavern.
We're not taking some stranger back to our home.
Well, all right. Where do you want to talk to her, Alpha? Do you
Here,
kind of cute.
Before we go anywhere, we don't know anything.
There is
We're in the middle of nowhere, and conveniently enough, somebody pops up and has some information.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And she doesn't want to give us any of it.
The building here is strangely vacant now, but there is also on the ground a dagger that it has like a jewel in the pommel, and it looks pretty high quality, as well as a full suit of plate mail, which he was not able to put on.
Oh, I was eyeing the dagger earlier, and
Did you say there was some
Yeah.
plate mail?
I'm just going.
I mean, paladins can wear
Yep.
plate mail, can they not? I'll call dibs on the plate mail.
Alrighty.
I'm just going to.
Can I try it on? Is it like how? Is it? It might be talking plate mail.
It would take like 10 minutes to put it on, but
Okay.
you
While
can
everyone
if you
else is talking, I'll put on the plate mail while everyone else is talking. But I
Okay.
have a suggestion. I mean, maybe we don't need to exchange information now, but are you good in a fight, Enigma?
What?
Well, if we're going to go headlong into danger, we just got our ass handed to us by this Maloon fellow and a brain puppy.
I
We might
believe
need some more
we
muscle.
I believe we handed Maloon and his brain puppy their asses, Greyhide.
I believe we
actually.
did too.
They're brain
Thank
asses,
you.
yes.
However,
But I'm
it-
saying we could always use another good fighter. And we'll see.
If
That's the best way to
They
test
can
someone's.
be trusted.
Well,
I
what
mean-
better way to test if we can trust someone is in the heat of battle. That's where.
Information.
Alpha, we were going to bring Maloon with us to the Bronze Dragons.
I'm putting on
to
plate
see
mail
if-
as we speak, by the way. So.
Alrighty. You can add it to your inventory and equip it. You just check it, I believe, and it should equip it.
What
I'm
Can I
kind?
roll
What's it called?
Can I roll on
Plate
Enigma
mail.
for persuasion?
Oh, plate mail.
No, you can't usually roll persuasion on
No.
to another person. You have to do it with words.
Well, do you know, Alpha, we were going to... I'm going to lean in and mutter to her. I'm going to say, we were going to bring Maloon to talk to the dragon to see if he was trustworthy. He's dead. Why don't we just bring her instead? You know?
I'm not bringing one stranger we know nothing about. After what I just told you guys? Hello?
Okay.
No, she gives us nothing, she gets nothing.
Well,
That's
How
my deal.
about
You guys
this?
want to roll with her? I'm out.
oh my god. Enigma, why don't you...
I thought you became all cute and cuddly when you were a fig. Now you're mistrusting again. Oh, actually, you're alpha again. That's why. Maybe turn back into
Greyhide.
fig.
Greyhide, and I'm going to...
All right, I start
Elbow
walking
him.
away. You know what, guys? I'll just. You guys want to
Alpha-
hang with this?
Wait,
I don't trust
We're
her.
not hanging
Wait.
with anyone, but we want the information just like you. We're trying different tactics. You
I don't even
understand?
know. She doesn't. She comes in wanting to give us information. Doesn't give us information. How do we even know we can trust this information now? Like who?
Look.
Like
All I want to say is the plate mail looks really great on you. Honestly.
Thank
right,
you.
flatter the paladin. That's good. That's a great way
No,
to
no,
do it.
it's not flattery. She's just stating an objective fact. This is outstanding plate mail, and it fits my immense frame perfectly.
It does.
What's
Yes,
the matter
Greyhide.
with you people?
The plate mail looks fantastic on you. Greyhide,
I mean, this doesn't
maybe-
gain you any points with me or anything. You're not winning me over by that. You're just stating a fact. Now I know at least that she's
Possible.
truthful, right?
What? So, I'm gonna just pick up the dagger and just sort of peer at it casually, and I'm gonna say, Enigma, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? What brings you to this part of town?
Why don't we go for a drink?
I mean, I could really use a drink. Alpha, I could really use a drink. Alpha, don't you want a drink?
I don't.
Oh. Well, perhaps
guys-
we could drink later.
You guys can go. I'm not going. She gives us nothing. She gets nothing.
Hey,
Second time.
why don't I
Yeah.
buy you? I'll buy you a plate of poutine or a breakfast sandwich. Just join us, right? It's
Poutine.
we're trying to figure out an arrangement here. I mean, one possibility is we are mercenaries for hire, Enigma. If you want us to join and help you on a quest or errand, you can always pay us with gold. We're always for hire. Does that make sense? What would you think of that, Alpha? If we're mercenaries. If you really want our help, and you have any gold, we'd be open to listening.
If she won, how much money are we talking?
Well, I mean, on our first quest, we got 50 gold apiece, but that was our first quest. We're a lot more experienced now. If you could offer us more than that, I'd be willing to listen. I'll let our agent Alpha handle the negotiations from here, but that's my suggestion.
Yeah, I'll always take a job, but there's got to be money, and I take payment up front.
Ooh.
Enigma, you overheard us, you approached us. What is it that you want? What is it that you're looking for in this scenario?
Well, originally I just wanted to make sure you guys were okay. But,
That's wonderful.
5 minutes too late.
yeah. Well, you just seem like a strong team. All of you seem very smart, and I'd love to tag along for a bit if you'll have me.
So
I know you don't know me, but I am an asset, I can tell you.
This isn't
So
about...
you got no information, no money. I don't know, guys.
No money. That's a problem.
Well, it just seems strange that you're just popping out of nowhere. I mean, frankly, generally when people pop out of nowhere and want to make friends with us, they then try to kill us within about 7 minutes. So...
It's been more than 7 minutes.
Well, okay, that's a great point, voice of God. It has been more than 7 minutes. Yeah. Greyhide, do you, I'm just gonna lean in and mutter, and I'm gonna say, do you have any sort of godly paladin magic that allows
That's a good
Give her a
question. Let me leave it to me, and I will try. I will attempt. So let me look through my spell book right now. That's just
Oh, yes.
No, none of this is helpful. None of this paladin shit's gonna help. Sorry, unless I can make my voice boom 3 times louder. That might help.
Yes, nothing like a big booming voice
Yeah.
to suss out whether someone's being really... Alright, well, listen.
If I may say something, as a paladin and as the leader of this team, when we were at the end, when we're at the end of a road where we need to find a way forward, sometimes the way forward is to go headlong into danger. So, as far as I can tell, this person is not untrustworthy. This person is not trustworthy. She is merely an unknown entity. So
We don't need her.
Well, I
She
think it's...
hasn't. Someone
I would
walks out of
disagree.
the
I say
street,
it's...
gives us nothing. We don't even know it. We don't need her right now. She hasn't offered anything. Why would we take some random person that we don't know?
Because we're out of leads when it comes to the Stone of Galore, and I want this treasure.
Look, I can get you the stone. I'm not allowed to give you the information I have. That's it. So if you really want the stone, I can help you get it. But if not, then...
So will you be leading us to a person who will... Can you tell us a little bit about the scenario? What would it look like when we got closer, and when would you give us...
How exactly
when would
are
you give us the
going to
information?
give us the Stone of Galore, and does it involve murdering us and giving our corpses to the Xanatha?
No, that's insane.
You say that, but we've had a lot of run-ins. That's not actually insane. But please tell us, how are you going to help us out with this?
You just got
All of you are... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. All of you are welcome to roll insight rolls whenever you want, just as a reminder if you wanted to try to suss out lying or not.
Insight's not information.
in me too? Like I can roll one as well?
Well, on them if you want.
Okay.
Sure. Are we being for real with our distrust of you, or are we faking our distrust of you?
I've rolled the lowest insight roll in all of...
Don't we have
Waterdeep.
some kind of mind reading potion that
We
was
still
given to
have
us?
that.
You got water breathing.
They gave it to us to give to someone else. I don't think we got
Yeah,
to keep
he
it.
delivered
We
it.
could go buy
I
one.
thought we held on to one. I thought he gave us one.
You know what? We could take Enigma into the apothecary, buy a mind-reading potion, and then give it to her. If she takes it, then she probably trusts us.
Okay. If she wants to do that, yeah. That'll be enough for me.
Sure. Well, Enigma, how about this? We don't know if you're trying to kill us, but there's a potion that if you take it, it'll make you say it if you are going to. So if you really are trustworthy, meet us tomorrow, we'll buy a potion, we'll give it to you, you'll drink it, and you'll tell us you're not trying to kill us. What do you think?
You guys are gonna try to kill me with the potion. How do I know you guys aren't gonna try to hurt me?
It's not a killing potion. It's a...
You'll be at the store with the merchant.
But that's what they said. But
a
that's what
true
anyone
thing.
giving a killing potion would say, that it's not a killing potion, right?
Enigma
So-
can come into the potion store and watch us buy it
Yes.
to make sure that it's actually not a killing potion,
Mhm.
which I believe is called poison, by the way.
That
Okay.
doesn't sound headlong into danger to me, but if you want to go through this extra step, I'd say, listen, we're a powerful, capable team. I'd say we follow this lead, and if she
It's not a
double
lead.
crosses us, we take her out.
Not a lead.
I disagree. I think it's probably the best lead we have on the Stone of Galore. Nobody else is offering us information. Yes, we're taking a chance, but that's what we do. We go headlong into danger.
But headlong into where? I mean, Enigma, what is your end game here? Like, where are you staying? Do you want to go somewhere?
Well,
I
where
mean-
would you have us go? Yeah, exactly. So if we were hypothetically to take you along, where would we go first? And what would that look like?
Splendid question. And how are you with staircases? Because that's a big one for us.
Amazing with staircases.
Well, she's good at staircases. That's
Yeah.
a point in the favor.
They are treacherous. They are treacherous. So Enigma, what would if you were leading this expedition, what would be the first thing we would do that would get us closer to the Stone of Galore?
Well, I feel like we need to rob as many people as we can because we're gonna need a lot of gold.
We're gonna
We need-
gold to get the gold.
Yes.
I don't
I mean-
agree.
That is pretty much similar to my experience as a venture capitalist. However, I don't know how it applies to this situation. Why would we need gold to get the Stone of Galore?
I can't explain it really, but I will give you the information when I can. Also, like, you guys are so smart, so we'll be fine.
Well, you know, she's really nice to us, Alpha. She says all kinds of nice things.
Well, she just says things that are truthful, like my plate mail looks fantastic on me.
Yes, great.
Based on that, I'm
Fantastic.
inclined to give her the benefit of the doubt. So, I mean, we're staying at Trollskull Manor. I mean,
Yep.
I think that
What?
I'm not inviting her. I'm saying this house that we're standing in is now vacant because we murdered the inhabitant. Why don't you stay here? And
We did
after we get a
not.
rest, we meet tomorrow at the Gaping Chasm, and then we will embark on one adventure together, not related to the Stone of Galore. Maybe she can help us out with find that dragon on the waterfront and see if she's of any use there. We're not exchanging information. We'll just see if we can trust her. What do you say?
Well, I mean, Alpha, what do you think? You know, we'll just go do what we're going to do
We're
anyway.
going to
Just
do that
talk to
anyway,
her.
and we're bringing her along, and she's going to just follow along.
The
We're not
first
giving
sign of something fishy, she gets my arrow then.
Sure.
Well,
Enigma, how do you feel about walking in front of Alpha with a loaded bow? Because that's how she likes to walk.
she's all talk. She doesn't shoot. Well, she did murder a few kinkus.
Your Enigma, your insight would be able to tell that was somewhat of a joke.
Okay.
She
Come on.
also, I mean, she
She is
has
kind of
shot
murderous.
me before. You
Yes.
know, it's not entirely.
She has shot some of us with arrows in the past. I agree.
But she's
but-
not coming back tonight with us.
I know. That's
She
what
can
I
meet us-
said.
She can meet us tomorrow.
All right.
Yes, we're in a perfectly good ransacked home of a person we murdered. She can stay here. It's fairly comfortable.
Yes, Enigma, you can stay here. It's fairly comfortable.
But in the morning, we're going to the waterfront and we're gonna get breakfast sandwiches.
She can meet
I'll
us at
buy
the
you a
awning
breakfast
portal in
sandwich.
the
It's
morning.
fantastic.
There's a dead brain puppy in the middle of the room, but other than that, it's fine.
Yes.
Yes. At least the corpse of the human is gone. There's a dead kinku outside as well.
So is she human?
Oh no,
Does she
it's
look?
also on the floor.
Does she look like human to us, or what?
Oh, there's a bit of thick hair, but when you look closely, there's pointed ears sticking out a bit.
Hmm. But she's not a drow, obviously. I would have noticed
No.
that right away.
Oh, you know.
No, I can't have
an elf.
everything.
All right, meet us at the.
Are we?
Chasm
We're going to
in
meet
the
at the
morning.
Gaping Chasm. Is that right? Or are we just going to meet for breakfast sandwiches and then head down to the waterfront?
Yes, we'll meet for breakfast sandwiches at the yawning, gaping portal chasm.
Yes.
Is everybody happy with this?
Yes.
Happy, no, but I'll agree.
I still have a
You
splitting
should
headache.
be happy more.
so-
You have a beautiful smile, Fig. Actually, you know what?
Very hard.
I'm constantly telling women in Waterdeep that they should smile more, and they really don't like it. So I take that back. That's a very misogynistic thing for a paladin to say. So if you want to scowl, you can go ahead and scowl.
I'm going to elbow Greyhide in his armor, and I'm going to say, maybe don't bring up the fig thing in front of people when Alpha's being Alpha.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Alpha, whatever. Yeah. It's just, yeah. Because you elbowed this plate mail, I certainly don't take any hit point damage. Though. It's beautiful.
No, if anything,
Yeah.
it actually hurts my elbow a little bit. It's very
Probably
nice
a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm really tired. I'm going to need my long rest. I'm going to Trollskull Manor.
Alrighty.
I'm blowing
I
this
just-
pop stand.
I put my
And-
short sword away and start walking out.
All right, cool.
And Enigma, I'll see you tomorrow.
Later, Greyhide.
She's kind of cool, eh? All right.
Nice to meet you. Alright.
Why is it
great.
only?
It'll be fine,
Oh.
guys. We'll murder a dragon tomorrow, and then murder some other people. We'll just do some murdering tomorrow.
We've done a lot of murdering. Maybe we
I
can
know.
talk to the dragon. You know, maybe it's a nice dragon.
So
You're hilarious.
you head back to Trollskull. Is there anything you want to do, Enigma, while this happens? Are you going to stay at this place, probably?
I'm
or
gonna
no?
find a different place to stay because I don't even want them to know like where I'm staying.
Okay. So you travel around, complete your mission of finding a place to stay. You do eventually run into what seems like to be some type of abandoned building. With your skills, you're able to get inside one way or another and find a place to stay the night.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I see her exiting the building after we leave? Or have we already left by then?
I would imagine Enigma would stay there for a bit while you're leaving.
Very good.
I'm long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So awkwardly. See
You
ya.
make it back to Trollskull and fall asleep. Are you doing any special considerations before bedding down?
No,
Not me.
Not me.
Okay.
Just going to my usual spot.
Gotcha.
On the roof. And long rest, guys. Long rest.
Long rest.
Long
yes.
rest.
I could use one.
Fitz, you eventually fall asleep, and you have dreams of riding a unicorn up a mountain, and then trying to seduce the unicorn, and then the unicorn's a dragon, and you're talking to it like it's an old pal, underwater.
Nice.
And then you start hearing the sad music, the familiar music. But unlike before, the song itself seems like there's some recognition in it. Like you know the song and have for hundreds of years, even though you haven't lived that long. You look up and see the moon in the sky, large and dominating. You are on a plateau in some unknown wilderness, sitting on the ledge, legs dangling off. Next to you, she sits there, in her sheen garb that hides nothing from the eyes. You can see perfectly within the moonlight, given your ancestry. She reaches out her hand towards you, palm up, and she asks, "Do you trust me?"
I want to, but
You know that she wants you to hand her the rapier, the weapon she gave you when you last consummated your union with her.
I want to trust you, but things have been going terrible. One of our friends is kidnapped and everybody's dying, and do you know, and my best friend died because of my father's mission. Is my father was my father trying to kill me? Does he care that I'm dying?
Shh. Quiet. All answers will be revealed. But first, you must trust me to gain them.
I trust you more than I've trusted anything in my life. And I hand her the sword that she made me.
You hand it to her, and you are now standing. She approaches, embraces you, kisses you on your lips. You feel a pressure, not from just below your belt, but in your back, as the rapier impales the both of you. The expected pain never comes, though, and you feel strangely connected. She continues on, and she consummates that union again. Afterward, you lay there on the plateau. She says, I have once again given you something to aid you on your holy quest. Since so many drow have lost their way, becoming two faces of the same evil, my powers have weakened. I give all I can and entrust part of my holy quest onto you, for which you have already started. Once again, I can answer 3 questions, just as before. Ask whatever it is you'd like to know, though my answers are limited.
Is it... I was going to ask if it's still yes or no questions, but then I remembered that would be a question, so let's pretend I didn't do that. Is Enigma trustworthy?
In a way.
Well, that's great.
And she actually answers you a little bit more than last time. It does seem beyond yes or no, but still very short answers. And she says, in a way, she possesses information that you need.
Good question.
Is my father... Is he aligned with evil?
She looks at you, a little sad by your question, and says, no, he is not.
That's good.
He followed the correct path.
Is part of what you want me to do to bring Jalaxiel back to you, tell them about you, or bring his crew closer to you? Are they part of what you want me to do?
All drow play a part, but him particularly. I don't care about justice, but I care that he has fallen so far. There are more than one solution.
Do I have to kill him? He's
And with that, the
really
the song gets louder. The moon becomes smaller. You see her fade into the distance. And suddenly you're on a unicorn again, climbing up a hill. Familiar unicorn.
Hey, buddy. Oh, wow.
Back to your normal type of dreams.
I had the best orgasm just now. Wow.
The rest of you wake up. Greyhide, you're actually the first for some reason. And you realize there's someone knocking on the door to the second floor where you all stay. You also hear some strange noises next to your room. It's where Fitz is. It sounds like moaning and groaning.
Huh. I get out of bed. I don't go towards the moaning and groaning of Fitz because I'm pretty sure I know what it is. But I quietly, stealthily approach the sound of the knocking. Or the tapping.
It's coming from the door.
I answer the door. I
Okay, you
slowly
open it.
peer through. And this is the face I make.
You see a woman in light plate mail as you open the door. She has a long blonde braided hair that falls on the back of her shiny armor. Her complexion is fair with green eyes and a straight nose. One could call her face perfect except for where the jaw meets the ear. There seems to be some type of large burn scar. She has a two-handed sword on her back. She says, "Hello there. I'm here on an official business looking for the one named Greyhide. Is he here?"
You're speaking to Greyhide.
"Oh, very good. Word has traveled about how you have saved Rainier Neverember. Despite his father's escapades, Rainier is well respected. I am Savra Balabrata with the Order of the Gauntlet, and we are looking for recruits. Would you be interested?"
Well, I certainly would be interested in any kind of adventure, especially if it's in the service of Rainier, who I would prize as almost a friend.
"Would you come with me now, then? We have a swearing-in ceremony this morning."
Should I bring my adventurer colleagues? Or
You
do
should
just
bring
need me?
your gear. They need not come unless you want them to. And I believe, Alpha, you might have something you want to do on your own as well, right? Potentially.
I'm gonna roll.
With the Enclave, you mean?
You two could both go do that now if you wanted to.
I'm gonna roll a perception check on this woman just to see if there's anything deceptive.
That would be
going on.
insight. Trying to read her
Insight.
body language and when she talks and stuff like that.
I'll roll insight. Let me do that. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah,
Hard to
sure, I'll
read.
go. Just yeah, come on, yeah.
She looks trustworthy to you.
All right. She
I'm
has
dazzled
a...
by her hair, probably. She has a perfect face, so I'm like, yeah, sure.
She almost perfect. She has a carriage waiting outside, and if you're good with it, you'll travel to the Halls of Justice.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
The Hall of Justice is on a plateau about 40 feet high in the castle ward. It has wide, elegant stairs that go up onto the plateau, built up on the side of the plateau to go all the way up. When you get up there, you have to walk up the stairs, obviously. When you get up there, you see two amphitheaters that are currently not being used on either side of a stone road that leads to the Hall of Justice itself, which seems to be a mainly stone building with grand wood and mahogany doors. On either side, you see a stained window, one with an older, it seems to depict an older person with a giant mane of white hair, a big sword in one hand, really buff, and a missing right hand. Has some type of stump as a right hand. You would know this to be Tyr. Your character would probably know that to be a depiction of Tyr. On the other side, you have a depiction of a beggar in the stain with his hands up and a halo around his head, which you would know to be Ilmater. She takes you inside the Hall of Justice, which the doors just stay open, and there's two religious guards on either side of it. You go into the room, it's marble on the floor, mahogany walls, two grand doors on either side of a hallway, but she takes you all the way to the end of it. At the end of the hallway is a somewhat smaller door, but still grand like everything else. Inside, across the room, is a stained window with a male figure on the back of a dragon with a sword in the air while holding the reins with the other hand to the dragon. Two knights stand in front of the window, both in chainmail, seemingly also part of the ceremony. One is dwarf with short brown hair and a beard. He stands upright with his vision forward. The other, a wiry ginger, who looks like perhaps his body wasn't quite made to hold heavy armor, but you know him to be strong enough. You recognize Ralph.
Ralph! You old dog. Is that you?
Well, we got Greyhide. I didn't expect to see you here.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since my unceremonious exit. Are people still talking about me at all?
I mean, I hate to say it, it was great for my career. They picked me after you ran out.
Huh. So I suppose you're...
What was that all about, anyways? They just said, you threatened him and ran?
Yeah, that was, I don't know, it was a bit of a... I think I might have had a few too many shots of the amber tequila the night before. You know the stuff I'm talking about.
I remember.
I don't know, between you and me, I think I just kind of cracked under the pressure, and I took off to Waterdeep to sort of find myself, and I don't know, I guess working for Durden and all of that sort of,
Well,
it just wasn't for me, and I've just sort of gone on my own and started my own adventures,
Wow, I mean, you made it here. We actually went to slay some orcs that were slaving some children. We brought them to an orphanage here.
Well, that's great. I mean,
yeah, Durbin seems to be doing good stuff.
Indeed.
He next apparently I have to go hang out in the sewers. Ugh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you and me both. Boy.
But I have to go hang out in the sewers because apparently there's some vagrant children down there that they're trying to also bring back to the orphanage. I guess not every job is a fun one.
Vagrants, you say? Well, if you take them back to the orphanage and at least you're helping people. So,
yeah,
I'm happy for you. So,
it's Orcarde orphanage, which was started by Volo and Amalia Castle Lantern. May have heard of them? Strange folk. They apparently came into some wealth, like they were really struggling, on the brink of losing their nobility, and then suddenly everything just worked out for them.
So you say.
Some plot of land they had happened to have gold under it.
Huh. Sorry, this, is that, can you tell me more about these people? Sorry, that, they found some...
The Castle Lanterns?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it. I've just heard rumors, that they were real down on their luck. They even lost one of their children, their oldest. And then I don't know how, but they were really struggling, had no money, and then suddenly a piece of their land just happened to have gold on it they found and started a mine and doing real well, doing all these charitable works.
Oh.
Anyways.
Well, at least they're using it for good, right? So.
Right?
Are you the one who called me here this morning, Ralph? Was that you?
Nah. I didn't know you were here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I head over to the gaping chasm or the yawning portal from time to time. I'd love it if you can join me for a drink and you can meet some of my friends. That sound all right?
Sounds good to me. I have to do this other thing first, but assuming it goes well, I'll meet you there sometime.
Okay, and if you can do me a favor, don't tell your boss Durden that I'm around town because it's kind of an embarrassing thing for me. I'd prefer if he just forgot the whole thing. You know what I mean?
That'd be embarrassing for me too. Savra
well, I got
finally
some
speaks
dirt
up.
on you too. Don't forget.
Yeah, you and me both, buddy. We have dirt on each other. That's for sure.
All right.
Savra will finally speak up and says, "Very well. Enigma has disappeared. No. Very well. The swearing-in ceremony," and she hands each of you a silver gauntlet. You can, she says, put on the silver gauntlet, and you can put on the gauntlet. It's made of actual silver, it looks like. You have to take off your normal one, put it on. And she says, "Now repeat these words and mean them, for your life will now be dedicated to truth, justice, and ridding Altir Torel of all forms of evil." You would know that's the name of the planet you're on.
Okay.
Now repeat. We are the hand that protects. We are the fist that punishes. We are the hand in the gauntlet. We are the hand made in fist. With this, I am transformed. And she'll ask you to repeat it, which you don't actually have to do because there's no way you'll remember what I just said. But
we are the hand that. So I just have to decide if I want to repeat that. So
yeah.
I would have to object and say, wait, am I pledging an irrevocable oath to some deity or to some person? I need to know what sort of oath I'm making before I make this pledge. If this is,
we protect the realm from all evil. We do it in the for Tyr and Torn and Lamater. Those are the ones who sponsored this.
So I'm going to ask. I guess this is a DM question. Would Greyhide knows who Tyr is, and he knows that he's a big deal. Would this be something that all paladins would know about and would see as a great honor?
Yes, probably.
Okay, so then I think Greyhide's better judgment will sort of fly out the window here, and he'll be so caught up in the moment, and he sees his old best friend there, and he might even be a little bit naive, but he's going to fully embrace this and think that this is a legit, amazing thing, even if it's a terrible mistake. So he's gonna do what Greyhide does and go headlong into uncertainty, and I will take this oath, and I will do it boldly and with vigor.
When you take the oath, you feel your gauntlet. You can feel a warmth kind of go through your hand and up your arm and through your body.
It's like pumpkin pie. It's like dipping my hand into a pumpkin pie. That's what Greyhide says. That's canon. That's part of the official story now.
She says, if you wear this gauntlet, it will prevent you from going unconscious. But it does mean that you will eventually, you could still die, but you will never go unconscious so long as you have this gauntlet on.
So I could still fight when I would, but yeah,
game-wise,
I would still have to do death save throws, and that's pretty cool. And I can still chop off heads.
And keep in mind, if someone hits you, it's automatically you lose one death save.
Darn. Yeah, it's awesome. I like this. I like this gauntlet. Ha! All right. Cool.
She stands proud and looks content with a hint of a smile. And she says, now you two, and she points to the other two, Ralph and the dwarf, and says, you already have goals for which you are working towards. Greyhide, I would have your help with something, which I need to pull up. Why don't I have it up? Sorry.
Hi, Greyhide, I'm at your beck and call.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, this is annoying. My table of contents is not appearing. There it goes. And order the gauntlet. Oh, yeah. She says, guards at the Innshift Tavern, located on Innshift Street in the Field Ward, which you know is north Waterdeep, are being robbed nightly. And the innkeeper says he's seen giant rats prowling around in the back alleys. Sounds dull, but it's a plea for help, and we can't ignore it. You'll need to. Your first assignment will be to take care of this for that tavern.
So I gotta. Greyhide needs to write this down. What's the name of the tavern I'm going to?
Innshift Tavern in the Field Ward.
Innshift Tavern in the Field Ward. So maybe I could. So, okay, we could talk about that, or we could do the dragon thing. So I'll try pitching this to the guys. Innshift Tavern in the Field Ward.
Yeah. But anyways, after that, unless you want to say anything else, everybody's can go on their own way.
I'll just say, "Milady," and then I'll tip my hat. I'm not even wearing a hat. So I'll just say "Milady" and just be very nice-like.
Yeah.
And I will, in a sense of awe and, just feeling very austere, I will just, with my head high, I will leave that place and take a carriage back to Trollskull Manor on Cloud 9.
Alrighty.
Maybe I should go. Should I go to Trollskull Manor, or should I just go? I'll go straight down to the breakfast sandwich place, I think, and maybe await my friends
at the Gaping Chasm.
Yes, And then,
Okay.
and maybe I'll run into someone else there if someone's ready. But
Yeah,
I'm going
this
straight
didn't
there.
take that long. It's still morning.
Okay.
Alpha. Our
Yeah.
Fig. What is Fig gonna do?
Am I headed to the Emerald Enclave
Yeah,
now?
you can ask around and you
So
eventually
I'm,
find it.
I had shifted back into Fig.
Okay.
Okay.
You do get some strange faces here and there. So people, it's actually in the southern ward. In the southern ward is kind of the non-human ward. There's it's mainly made up of halflings and dwarves. So they're already kind of used to a bit of weirdness around here, and most of them don't even pay you some mind. Some of them look at you, but it's more of like an exotic look than like some type of negative look. Right. So you make your way to the Emerald Enclave. On your way there, in the southern ward, you can see it coming up. There's walls all around it, and you see the stone walls have moss coming over the edge and vines coming over the edge of the wall. The only other thing that's really noticeable here is down the street a block, you see 2 giant towers that go into the sky of some sort. You don't know anything about them, but it's the only other thing in this area that's interesting. You turn into the Emerald Enclave, or you turn in. They told you to come to Folkamir, so you go to Folkamir. You go through the gate, which seems to be already open. Wooden doors, they're open. You see a giant garden in the middle with trees and different paths going throughout it. You see moss and trees and all sorts of vegetation all over the place here. You see a half-elf come up. He has a simple robe on, a little older, but not too old. A little bit of a hunch in his walk, possibly through habit, not through age. And he says, he looks at you. His irises are gone, but not like yours. His actually seems to be some sort of blindness, but his face is towards you. And he says, is that Fig?
Yes. I am Fig. Do we know each other?
Or sorry, he would have said Alpha. Sorry. Oh, is that Alpha?
Oh. Yes, it is.
Oh, good, good. You got my squirrel.
Oh, that was your squirrel. I did.
Yes. Well, this is Folkamir. You may have heard of it. It's probably not, but it's a garden. It's owned by a couple of noble families. Let me show you around. And he'll turn and start walking in, and he'll walk you through lots of different garden areas. They're beautiful. There's some what do you call the things with wood beams and wood beams going across the top? But pergola or something like that. You go through a lot of that type of thing. It's very beautiful. You hear.
I spent way too much time in the city.
Yeah. You hear behind you a laugh, like. You turn around. No one's there. Now it's on the other side of you. Another laugh. And you hear a voice.
Do you hear
You
that?
finally come. Hello. And the half-elf there says, "Oh, Jareth, my lady, this is Alpha. This is Jareth Pokon." You still don't see anybody.
Did I recognize the voice?
Never heard of it. Never heard it. And it continues. Yes, I inhabit this garden. I was once a mortal like you, but I have ascended. Now I protect this garden.
It's a beautiful garden.
Yes. But I can tell when someone needs help. And frankly, even though I possess the power to talk in this realm, I can't actually affect it much.
Oh. Well, I do need a little bit of help.
Yes, I sense that in you. I think I could help you. I noticed you are from the woods, but you have no companion, no real companion, in the city. Did you not hang out with the animals and the wildlife when you were out?
Well, I did before going to the city a little, but they're hard to come by in the city. I've been there for some time now.
Let me teach you something. I think you are ready for it. I want you to, and she'll explain a whole thing where you go to the center of the circular garden place and you kneel down and concentrate. And she says, now think of an animal, any animal. What would you want most to hang out with you at this moment?
I see a big, eagle.
Eagle of the air. Yes, now concentrate on it. And she explains a bit more of things to concentrate, things to do. And you open your eyes and you see an eagle there, a large eagle, in front of you. You can see through it. It's just almost like a specter of an eagle. And she says, yes, isn't it wonderful? That? Yes, you did. But you continue on this, and it'll become more and more incorporeal. I can help you since you're in the garden to do it this one time. And then suddenly you see it start to grow feathers, and it becomes completely corporeal, and you see lines of blue feathers throughout the whole thing, creating stripes around it. It's unnatural, but also very natural. And you see there an eagle, and she says, yes, it is yours. Now, I want you to try something. Close your eyes and act like it's not there anymore. And then you open your eyes again, and the eagle's not there. And then she'll explain to you again how you can make it appear as well. And says, this is your companion. This is not my doing, this is yours. I just sped it along a little.
So he can help me?
He'll do whatever you ask.
So I close my eyes to see if I can make him come back.
Yep, you open your eyes and he's back. Dead in there, lifting up a wing, kind of cleaning it out a bit. It puts its head forward and touches your finger. He's all yours.
Thank you.
One last thing. And you feel vines coming out of the ground. They wrap around your bow, and they almost pull it out of your hand as you start to wrap, and you grabbed it, and it pulls it out of your hand, and they keep wrapping around it and tightening, and then suddenly the vines break off at either end, and the bow itself now just has that vine wrapped around it.
Oh.
A small boon from me. You can once in a while, when you shoot it, you can will it to turn into an old hail of thorns.
Thank you so much.
Now I must ask you to do something for me.
Of course. What do you need?
There is something unnatural in the city. Not quite in the city. It's in the outlying farms. They're being terrorized by a scarecrow come to life.
Oh no.
It has slaughtered livestock, chased horses, and spooked farmers. No people have been killed yet, so the city guard is dragging their heels. Something must be done about it, and I wish for you to go and take care of it.
Okay. Of course. Of course I will.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
I must go now. I do have other things. But you
Will
may
you
always
be
come
back?
back here. I will always be around. You can always come back here. And you can always leave, if you wish, animals here or any such thing. If you need to keep any wildlife of any sort, we of course welcome all that into this garden. But
Thank you.
off you go. And then the other guy comes back, the half elf, and he says, "Yes, it's very nice. But if you need anything, just reach out to me. It's fine. If we need something, I'll send another squirrel.
How will I contact you?
I'll just come here whenever you want.
Okay.
I'm always
Thank
tending
you.
to the grounds."
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
All right.
Um,
If you're good with that, then we can move on. I assume you want to
Yeah.
go.
Right. I would head back to
Breakfast
Trollskull.
Okay.
Makes sense to see where the other two are at.
Are you going back as Alpha or Fig?
To Trollskull, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back as Fig.
Fig. Okay. Cool. So Enigma, is there anything Enigma wanted to do before heading over to the Yawning Portal to meet with the rest?
I think I'm good to head there.
Okay. So you'll head there. You make it back. You find Fitz has finally awakened from his dream. Fitz, you're probably going to need new sheets. And then
Alpha, hello. I had the strangest.
It's Fig right now.
Fig, I'm doing that all the time. You alright?
Yeah, I'll fill you in later. Have you seen Greyhide?
Or tarragon
Yeah.
mustard for the breakfast sandwich. Oh,
I haven't, but I assume he's stuffing his face somewhere. He probably went early to the yawning portal.
Are
should I
you
get the
okay?
hash browns?
You seem a
I'll
little.
get the
You
hash
seem
browns.
a little dewy. I don't know. Did you sleep okay?
Yes, I slept very well. But
Okay.
do you remember that time that I recognized the pirate dark elves from my dreams? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So those
Right.
dreams, they came from a goddess who gives me powers, and she says,
You know that thing.
Enigma, you know, yes, as they do. Woof! Wow! I swear I had a sword through my.
Are you okay, Fitz?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. You wake up and your rapier's gone. You don't see it anywhere. That dagger
What?
that you had, also gone.
You haven't seen where I put my arms, have you? My sword and dagger. I mean, last time I saw them that I was awake, I put them right here, and then no. Damn it.
I don't. I kind of went straight up. When we
You
got
hear in
back.
your head, you hear a will it into being.
Will it into
What? Sorry.
what? No.
Are you talking to me?
No. I also I swear I heard something. Just a second. I'm just going to.
Greyhide's enjoying this from halfway across the city. For
Right.
some reason, he's enjoying this. It's like, yeah,
Pig,
yeah.
Did you? Well, should we look for it then? Should we look for your weapons
Um,
before we go?
One second. I'm just going to.
Are you okay?
Have you ever just pretended to have something? And then it.
Well, it's funny you should mention that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. Right. It suddenly evaporates, almost like from a mist appeared. It elongated, and then poof, it came corporal.
I did not know you could do that.
No, me neither. That's fantastic.
Well, now that we're sharing,
Yes.
I close my eyes and I.
Next to you, you see this eagle appear right next to you, Fitz.
Oh god.
Same thing,
Ah.
but green energy kind of evaporate into an eagle with blue feathers, blue striped feathers going down its back.
I guess we both had quite the night.
Wow. Is that yours?
He is.
Oh.
It says,
Hello, large scary bird. Do you have a name?
uh,
I don't know. I guess I should ask him, but I make him disappear.
it eats a bug off, disappears.
Maybe have you seen Greyhide?
Did you make that? Did you did that thing? The bird thing?
Yeah. I got up early and just to speed things up, I explained to him.
Okay, sure. You explain everything that just happened.
Yeah.
Do you leave anything out or no? Just stay it all.
I'll maybe just leave out the exact like the location of the enclave because I don't know if like and that the and maybe the fact that he's not a body, the one who helped me, but just a few things like that. Yeah. So, what about your dream? Or I don't know what happens in there. You said enigma. I don't know.
Yes. So this beautiful goddess who gives me powers. She says Enigma has information for us and that we should at least follow her for a while. So...
Did she say she is trustworthy?
No, she said she's not exactly trustworthy, which I was also a little askance about. But she did say... Yes, but she did say that she has information we need and we should, But
All
so...
right.
We should at least have a breakfast sandwich with her, I suppose.
Well, fine. That's enough, I guess. If I'll follow your lead on this.
All right. Are you going to go?
Have you seen Greyhide?
No. When I was cleaning up this morning, I heard some voices and some stomping about. Cleaning up, making my bed. When I was making my bed this morning,
your bed doesn't look. Anyway, I guess maybe you went early for breakfast or something.
Yes.
Right.
Well.
We know how much he likes those sandwiches, so I shift back into Alpha.
To Alpha. Okay.
I'm never gonna get used to seeing you do that.
It's a bit of a stretch, yeah. All
So
right,
you can-
I'm going to do a roll for loosening my belt and having 3 more breakfast sandwiches. What
That would be a
be?
Constitution save.
Okay, Constitution save. Okay, I'm going to roll right now. Another 3! I'm rolling nothing but 3s!
Oh God, you loosen your belt. It does help a little, but you're determined and you stuff one down.
I'm a paladin.
It kind of comes out into your cup, and you're like, put that away. But now you feel kind of hungry again.
That's good. I'll keep the ball rolling.
Just for now, by the way, let's just keep I don't know, in front of Enigma because we don't know how much we can trust her. So my little adventure this morning, and let's just keep that between us, okay?
So Greyhide,
Sure.
you're at the gaping chasm, the yawning portal, and Enigma arrives. Is there anything you two wanted to talk about before the other two make it there? Because you have a moment now if you wanted to.
I'm gonna be more gregarious. I'll just say, Enigma, before we talk any business, you have got to try one of these breakfast sandwiches on me. So I'm gonna throw 9 copper at. No, I'm gonna hand politely 9 copper to the barmaid and just say, "Get 2 breakfast sandwiches for my friend here."
This is the one you hit on earlier. And
Yes.
the barmaid, she says, "Ah, you got a girlfriend, do you?"
And I was like,
then,
"No, this is just an associate. I'm just playing it cool, but I'm not going to roll for coolness because I don't need to. I just play it cool."
No, you should roll for coolness, Graham.
So no, I'm not going to.
She says,
I've been rolling 3s all day, so
"You must be doing well. Got some new armor. All right, I'll get your meal."
thank you. I'm not doing too well with this. I'm not saying this to Enigma, but I can tell I'm not doing too well with this one. Anyway, so
Uh-oh. Did he die? Perfect timing.
Enigma places a holding spell on Greyhide.
It's not a bad freeze on my side anyways.
Enigma,
There you go.
Oh,
Um,
and he's gone.
and he's back. That was good timing.
strange.
You said
So
so,
Enigma.
Enigma. And then
Enigma. Yeah, it was kind of like that. What brings you to Waterdeep? What brings you to this city? You can tell me. I'm not going to interrogate you like those other two. You can talk to me, fellow adventurer to adventurer. What brings you here?
Nice moves.
You know what? I actually haven't eaten, so if you don't mind, I'm just gonna dig in. And,
Go for it. You
yeah.
got to try the spicy tarragon mustard. It's out of this world.
oh,
And you
So-
can only get it here.
I rolled for it, and you realize Greyhide has kind of low standards when it comes to breakfast sandwiches. He'll eat a lot of different ones. Not quite up to your standard.
He rolled a 3 on his breakfast sandwich.
I did. I actually rolled a 4 on the tastiness of it.
Well, it's still a step above what a vagrant would eat.
That's
right?
D&D. Everything's random.
Some days they make great breakfast sandwiches. This morning,
Yeah.
well, that morning.
The chef was out.
Strangely, like in this case, the dice knows. She was just like, nope, it wouldn't taste that great.
Well, she didn't put enough tarragon mustard on. You got to really be liberal with that. But so, as I'm saying, what brings you to Waterdeep, adventurer to adventurer?
I'm looking for a boyfriend.
Well,
And,
I can tell you that
Lies.
Waterdeep is filled with scoundrels.
Lies.
Not everyone is a reputable paladin and dashing paladin like myself. But if you hang around with some adventurers like us, I'm sure you'll meet somebody. Seriously, eat those sandwiches. They're really good.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So this information that you have, is it because they're going to keep pressing you for it? Are you holding on to it for much longer, or what are you waiting for?
I'm actually not allowed to,
And yet I was so open with the information about
If
the
you wanna-
tarragon mustard.
If you're just going to delay basically till everybody arrives, then we can say the rest of the people will arrive at this point.
Okay.
And you see Enigma and Greyhide sitting at a table.
Oh, good.
The last thing you hear is, put more tarragon on it.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Enigma. Nice to
Fitz!
see you again.
Alpha?
Fits.
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
we have a couple of options for adventures. I think the dragon excursion makes the most sense, but I've also got some intel on another adventure. I heard about this morning when I went for my morning constitutional.
your morning constitutional.
Yes, my
Good.
morning constitutional, and hey, I got this really cool new silver gauntlet in this gear.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know he had
Amazing.
morning constitutionals, but
No, I don't think he's ever taken one. I mean, those gauntlets are beautiful.
I do have
What?
+2 for Constitution, and it doesn't. I've had to really work for that +2, right? So I take a lot of constitutional walks.
That
You know?
makes so much sense.
I haven't in a while because I've been beaten up a lot, but
so
Do you know-
Greyhide, I just wanted to say, I don't know, I've been. Remember those haunted scarecrows?
yes. The haunted scarecrows, yes. Are we gonna do the haunted scarecrow mission?
No.
If you want, I'm I'm down for it.
Oh my god, we're going to go hang out with peasants.
Look, you gotta give this
Farmers.
guy.
They're the salt of the
something.
earth. All right.
Up to you
Oh.
guys, but I think we should do it.
Well, guys, I've been holding out on you a little bit.
We
I didn't go on a
absolutely
morning
have
constitutional this morning.
to. Oh, really?
I was inducted into the order. What was it called again? The order of the
Order
something?
the Gauntlet.
Order. I've been
The thing you have in your hand.
inducted into the Order of the Gauntlet this morning. This is the Paladin's dream, and I didn't think this would happen so early in my career, but they'd heard about my exploits in saving Rainier, and I came highly recommended, and they gave me this silver gauntlet, and it feels like dipping your hand in pumpkin pie. It just feels right. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm really in a fantastic mood, and plus I just had about a dozen of these breakfast sandwiches. And now,
So what does this gauntlet do?
well, it's really good for my constitution. So let's say I get apparently it's very hard for me to get knocked unconscious. So after I get beaten bloody and almost dead, I can still swing my axes around and and almost die even more. I guess that's
that'll
kind
come
of
in
good.
handy based on all the times that you've almost died.
Only
also,
recently. Only last
Madam?
night.
Two more with the tarragon, please. Alpha, are you having a breakfast sandwich?
I'll just have some figs, thanks.
That's
All right.
That's interesting.
Ironically, yes.
It's a little unsettling that you eat
I like
figs.
to eat light in the morning.
It's not ironic, damn it. It's coincidental.
Okay.
So
Yes,
yeah,
thank you.
haunted scarecrows, guys.
I mean, if we have to.
have
It's
to.
maybe
This could be
it's maybe
fantastic.
a good mission to.
To test out our friend here and see if
And
see
I'm
if she's
like-
good in a fight, you know?
And Fitz, I'm kind of like nudging to you because I just told you basically almost everything. So I'm like, we want to do the haunted scarecrows.
Yes, we definitely need to go and flounce about in the hay with these peasants and these scarecrows. That's exactly.
I
what
love peasants. I hate vagrants. It's a subtle difference, you know.
I prefer
Vagrants are
the more they-
urban and they're filthy, but peasants they're they roll around in manure, but they plant things.
That
All right.
sounds so great.
They're wonderful. Yeah, I love peasants.
I'm gonna
I love
lean in a little
peasants.
and I'm gonna say, Greyhide, by the way, these new gauntlets,
Yes.
do they come with any sort of thing that we have to do, or are you going to be taken away from us?
No, not to my understanding. I've been inducted into an order, and occasionally they'll have missions for me to do, but no, they're not. They don't talk to me like another magical object, because that's crazy, isn't it? You know, items that talk to you. Don't you think? Don't you think, Fitz?
So
That's totally not something I've ever watched you do.
Yeah.
how are you going to keep track of all those things, Gearhead?
Well, so Enigma, how are you feeling this morning?
Good.
Yes?
What
Yeah.
are Canadians, and why do they have all these problems? Anyway.
Yes.
Right,
Alanis,
so
that's not
haunted
Canada.
scarecrow,
Awesome.
guys.
Enigma, do you want to kill some haunted scarecrows with us? It'll be kind of fun.
I'm game.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
learned something about our friend Enigma, by the way.
Oh, and what's that?
I don't know if I can
Nice.
tell, but she's in the market for a boyfriend, and I said, there's she'll meet some dashing people if she hangs around with us, but there's a lot of scum in Waterdeep,
Yeah,
so
she's probably
she better,
lying.
She'd better stick close to us, and well,
Do you know
it's not like
Greyhide?
you weren't lying about who you were, and
Well,
you, Fitz. It's not like you were a
me?
giant liar too.
No,
you know what I'm
it's-
saying?
That's fair. We were both.
The only one who's
Absolutely
only
both.
told the truth is me. Except for a few moments ago when I told you I went on a morning constitutional. That was a total lie.
Greyhide, your paladin morals are.
Fantastic gleaming? Is that what
Magic.
you're going to say?
Yes. Alright, well, fine.
Enigma.
To this haunted
agree-
scarecrows.
Enigma, how do you
agree.
feel about fighting haunted scarecrows? Do you think that'll be fun?
Sounds good.
I'm just going to lean into Greyhide and I'm going to say, by the way, Greyhide, someone who looks like that isn't on the market for a boyfriend. I don't think that's no.
All right. Are you saying that you find Enigma pretty? Is that what you're saying?
What?
Hey, we got a guy who finds you
What are
very
you
attractive.
whispering about? Let's
what?
go.
No. Scarecrows.
All right.
Haunted Scarecrows, yes. Haunted
Haunted
Scarecrows.
So you make your way
Just put it in
out
a flask.
through North Ward, through the field ward, through the North Gate. You go down a hill a bit and around, and you can see the walls of Waterdeep that are actually slightly lifted up on a foothill. And you go that way for a bit out to the outlying farms that are just east of the city.
Oh, good. We're out of the city.
Can I ask, does my perception pick up any ravens following us? Like that one particular one?
Roll it. You don't. Your passive perception didn't pick anything up. You can try rolling one.
Okay.
They don't have stairs in the country.
Perhaps not.
No, you look around and it's such a nice day, and you're finally out of the city. You don't really think about it too much. You couldn't really focus on it. You go to the surrounding farms. You do see different farms. I guess it would just start by asking around.
And by the way, I'm not taking my eyes off Enigma
Nah.
as much as I love the scenery.
See, everyone finds Enigma attractive, apparently. So,
But
I don't notice that because Alpha's doing it in a stealthy manner, so I don't notice that she's checking out Enigma.
Believe it or not, according to stats, you're like the second most observant person in the party.
Well, that's because Fitz is a bit of an idiot. But we don't talk about that. It's fun.
So you find someone to ask around, and you're basically going to have to investigate this to talk around and find leads and find who's missing, who got what killed.
Yes.
Oops. This is going to be an investigation that someone will have to roll.
We all know how brilliant Fitz is at that. Actually, Fitz is aware that out in rural areas, a dashing half-drow is probably going to be a little bit less acceptable. So he's going to pop on his ring and, masquerade as a human again. And Enigma, I don't know if you'll have any. You'll notice that suddenly he puts something on his finger, and suddenly he looks like a middle-aged, balding mercenary.
Human.
By the way, can I just ask a technical question? The fact that I got my bird, does that mean I or we leveled up, or is that separate?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
You would be level 3.
I will.
So if you want to go into the builder for your character, you can go to the class section and hit the drop down and move it to 3.
Yes.
You might have to make a few choices when you do that, but it'll tell you. So it'd be an investigation check unless you have some other way you would like to track down these scarecrows.
I will let you guys. I'm just updating my dude right now.
So, parading as a human mercenary, I shall go to the first. Should I just roll investigation?
If you have a different way to use a different skill, you can offer it.
Yes. I'm going to scan the fields and look for
Scarecrows.
I can't wait
missing
to fight some
scarecrows.
scarecrows.
Or
Missing
crows,
scarecrows.
because if there's a lot of crows,
I
then
can't wait to
nobody's
fight
preparing.
Scarecrows too.
Okay.
You're
So you're
so
trying
strong.
to. All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, what?
What were you
sorry.
saying, Enigma?
I just said you're so strong.
I am. I don't need to be strong to fight Scarecrows. There's other ways we can deal with them, We can set them on fire or rip them apart and wear their hats.
Man,
Wear
That
their
would-
hats.
That would still be investigation, I think. Fitz would have to do if you're trying to. What were you actually saying you were going to do? You're going to look for missing scarecrows?
I just rolled an investigation, 21.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's a natural 20. All right. So it is about, at this point, midday or so. And you're looking around, and hours go by, but your investigation's going well. You talk to one, and you get the Billy Bob over there. I heard he lost a cow, and then you go and talk to Billy Bob, and says, oh yeah, I was always losing cattle, and apparently it came from that direction or something. And you're able to kind of piece together a path that these scarecrows have taken. It does take.
The while, Fitz is saying, "Are you sure it wasn't a wolf or anybody else? An orc? Anything that's not a scarecrow?"
One will be like, "Oh, Jimmy said he saw it. He was out late at night, drinking as they do, and old Jimmy swears by it. He saw a walking thing with hay and a mask. It's weird."
Well, all right. That sounds strange.
But you're able to piece together this path it took, and it takes you probably until it starts getting dark to piece together this path. And you realize with a 21, you have a good idea where it's going to hit next. You look around. You can roll a perception.
I'm rolling perception.
You should be the one who does that. By the way, Alpha, brilliant job following
25.
this path. Yep.
Are you cheating?
That's pretty perceptive.
Oh.
No, I am not considering the rolls I got last game. There is no cheating.
Yeah.
Good one.
You notice the scarecrow in this area. There's a field of hay, and you see a scarecrow up on a stick. Its arms out, hanging there. And you look closely at it.
Hang on, everybody. This could be a regular scarecrow doing God's honest work of scaring away crows. We don't want to kill any non-haunted scarecrows. So let's just hold off.
You look closely, and you swear you saw it has its bag over its head. And you swear you see it shift just slightly, the bag.
Shit, that's hard.
You would think that it's just like natural, maybe the wind or something, but with a 25, you're like, that seemed a little unnatural.
Why is he wearing a bag over his head?
Guys, I think we got something here.
Hey, what's that? I'm going to roll perception as well, so that I just for shits.
I can also do my detect evil spell with as Greyhide.
Alpha, is that the wind, or did that scarecrow just shift ever so slightly?
Because I think we got a live one.
You mean the scarecrow's alive?
Roll a stealth. How well do you stealth through this whole discussion?
We're both rolling stealth?
Mainly Alpha. She's doing most of the talking. You can too, Fitz, because you were also talking a lot.
I've got a 16 because I'm just generally so stealthy.
Yeah.
A little less stealthy here.
So I'd like to do a divine sense when I get a chance, which is the detecting for evil. That would tell me if that's literally detecting if a scarecrow is haunted or not. That's basically the purpose of the spell. So reach out with the force of divine.
Let's say
sense.
you're just in range, which would make it 30 feet, I think.
Okay.
And yes, you get a glowing sense of evil from that scarecrow.
Guys,
because of that,
scarecrow is haunted.
These rolls and stuff, it is going to see you, and it's going to have to. It doesn't get to get off of its stick for free. So
it says within 60 feet. I can
okay, so you'd be 60 feet then.
Yeah. So just so we know ahead of time, yeah.
And you see the scarecrow, its head turns towards you, and you just see like two little black lines, like someone drew like little phony eyes on it.
Fuck yeah!
Oh, that is so creepy.
And you see the hay on it start to actually almost be like it's undulating in the wind, even though there is no real wind here. And you hear a cackle. Let's roll initiative.
Did everybody else hear that? This isn't just me, is it? Everyone.
We're gonna fight the haunted scarecrow.
Yeah, we all heard it.
Well, that's great.
Initiative.
Oh, Enigma, nice to meet you. This
20.
is what you do for fun. Well, we're rolling for initiative.
Oh, initiative. Do you see where initiative is on your adventure sheet, Enigma?
I'm trying to decide if I want to do any type of...
It's next to armor class. Top middle, there's a little...
Yeah, it's next to your armor class, next to the right of the skills, above all your actions.
Okay, Fitz has got a 17 and he's drawing his rapier.
I'm trying to decide if I want to actually do a miniature thing here, but this is such a simple thing. There's no real obstacles. It's a big open field. I think we'll do theater of the mind for now.
Oh, found it.
I rolled a friggin' 1, so I rolled a yeah. Oh, Enigma rolls a 20. Beautiful, 21.
I'll do it.
Ooh.
So
I
So
bet
she
I forgot
leaps into battle before all of us. I like this
Yes.
girl.
She has
I
to
mean,
prove
that's
herself.
going for brownie points, I suppose.
Well, I'm not far
Greyhide.
behind though. With a 20.
Greyhide,
Okay.
you roll. Greyhide, did you roll a 1 for initiative? Are these,
Oh,
are these
wow.
Scarecrows freaking you out?
You're
a
the
little
one.
bit?
You're the one who wanted to do this.
You're like-
I didn't want to tell everyone, but I got a little case of the breakfast sandwich shits right now, so I'm not really at my best. So as soon as this is done, I'm running for the latrine, or I'm going to run behind into the hay fields and just evacuate
I'm even a
some breakfast
little bit
sandwiches.
surprised by that.
I ate 13 of them. I rolled a 20. I rolled a 20-sided die. I rolled 13 sandwiches.
Wow,
Nice.
that's fantastic.
Okay.
The BSS's, the breakfast sandwich shits. It happens in
bird-
Waterdeep,
My
right?
bird has been summoned, by the way. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I
all
had
see
a-
before it starts, you see next to you evaporate that bird that we've described a few times already. The eagle.
I'll
Alrighty.
explain this later, Greyhide.
Okay. So it starts
and I
out
take my
with
bow out.
Okay. Yeah, and you notice the bow has changed too. It now has this tight vine wrapped around it.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
So
Man,
you
this talks to me.
More later. More later.
So Enigma, it's there on the Scarecrows on its little wooden post, cackling, turning towards all of you with its head and cackling.
Quick question for Greg: the new gauntlet that I have, would that affect my armor class? Should I?
No, it'd
It's
be
just a
as effective
magical
as
item.
your previous gauntlet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do need to pick if you're going to be 2 axes or axe and shield.
I'm 2 axes. I'm no longer using the shield, but the plate mail
Okay.
makes up for that, so I'm back to armor class 18. Huzzah! But
Yep.
I'm double axed. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
Nice. So Enigma, you see that thing on the post. This is, if you want it to, kind of it's a field with some type of vegetation. It looks like it has some wheat and some other stalks of something. You could, if you wanted to, use your cunning action first if you want to go hide in one of those things.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna actually do that.
Okay, roll that stealth. Alrighty.
It's pretty good.
What did she roll?
Interesting. Okay. You hide in there. What are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna attack it from afar.
Okie dokie. Take out your short bow and fire. You can. It did not see you.
Perfect.
So you can roll with advantage.
We didn't see you either. Oh my god, we bring her out with us and she vanishes right away. What sort of a party member is
What do
it?
you
Actually,
my
Alpha does see
eyes
her.
Have been on her. Don't worry about it, Fitz.
We're in combat. Stealth is a perfectly legitimate. Not
So if
for
you remember-
a paladin. I love to tank, but I think
It should be under initiative. You have an actions, and you can go there and
Oh, actions. I was on the wrong thing. Okay, short bow.
yeah.
And I click it once, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
16.
Oh my god, an arrow just flew out of the
Oh yeah,
bow.
it hits this thing. It's on the stake. It can't really move right now, and it hits. So go ahead and roll damage for that, and roll sneak attack since it did not see you.
Hmm.
2D. Oh, and there's the sneak attack. Oh, they did both. Nice. No, I can't. No, it is 15 damage. Nice.
Woo.
You see the shoots the bow and poof, right into the arm. It hits right where the joint of the arm is, and the arm falls off onto the ground.
hey, that's what he's made of.
Didn't. You win. Then Alpha.
I cast Hunter's Mark.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. And yeah, go. Just aim. Yeah. Should
Lay it out.
17.
That'll hit. So roll that damage and the
So we're talking 8
Hunter's
plus.
Mark.
Where is my D? Sorry.
CX. BCX.
Is it 6? Holy crap! I can't
Mm-hmm.
see. I think this is 6. There you go.
Okie dokie. Oh, there.
So 8 and that was 2.
The first one's 4. So
Okay.
that would be
Be 12.
nice. Nice.
Hmm.
You gonna do anything else?
I'm gonna send my bird
Okie dokie.
to I guess like go for the head.
You can give it a general command.
Yeah.
I don't think you can give it a specific thing because that would
Yeah.
take your bonus action.
Just for like attack.
Okie dokie. It'll go and start raking its claws at it. Do you have the stats for it in front of you? Otherwise, I'll roll something.
I don't think we haven't set up the primal. It was a bit of a
Oh, that's
complicated
right. We had to do
bit,
that
so
whole thing. We'll figure it out afterward.
We'll just
Just so everybody knows who uses D&D Beyond, in your character builder on the first page, there's a very hidden checkbox that says allow optional rules. You have to make sure you check that to get to see a bunch of stuff you wouldn't ordinarily see.
I don't think I
It took us a while to figure that out last time when we were looking into
where's
this.
where's that checkbox again?
I think it's on the first page of the character builder. There's
On the
like
character
a-
builder, not in
yeah.
your
No,
Okay.
no.
not on your stats page.
But I rolled something, and it went up and started clawing at it, and you see it kind of pulled at its shoulders and pulled out hay from underneath its cloth.
That's
it
the
looks-
last straw.
It's actually looking a little not like it doesn't have much left. It's looking pretty pulled apart, but then fits.
I'm watching this, and I can tell that this scarecrow is not long for this world. So I saunter up to it, and as I saunter, suddenly my star-spangled rapier appears in my hand, and my dagger appears in my other hand, and I saunter up, and I put my rapier up to its throat, and I say, "All right, you bag of straw. Why are you? What's haunting you? What's your deal? What's going on? What's your thing?
Interesting.
What do you want?"
You're gonna talk
Yeah, you
to it.
tell him. You tell him, Fitz.
Roll a persuasion.
Ah,
Oh boy.
The moderator is demanding that I pull out minis.
okay, we've got a 14 for persuasion.
Okay. It turns to you. It looks like it's looking straight at you with its little drawn-on eyes, and you just hear underneath it. That's it.
Well, that's unsettling.
What did he say?
But
He said,
it will, when you go up there and do that, you start realizing that it's the eyes rip, the place where the eyes are rip open. You see maggots, but they're moving fast all over its mask. You look down and you now see them on your arm and digging into your skin. Roll a wisdom save.
Good lord.
Oof. It's putting bugs on me, and I'm getting covered in bugs. It's asking me to roll for wisdom, which is really, I'm not very wise, so, got a 13.
Ooh, that's just enough. You realize that it's doing it, and you tell it, no, this isn't real. This isn't real. And
real.
eventually they disappear, and you realize it was in fact an illusion.
It's like the Scarecrow in the Batman movies. But Greyhide doesn't say that. I say
But when you get up there and you're up next to it, the foliage is kind of tall here, and you realize there's two others around laying on the ground next to it, and they get onto their knees and they stand up.
Yeah.
One of them has basically just like a bucket on its head, and the other one seems to have like this weird bag with hay breaking out the top of the bag. And it's cut with slits with these red eyes behind it, and this jagged looking slit for a mouth.
Well,
And
I
they both
regret
get
my
up.
choices.
And they
Hey,
surround you.
guys, there's a couple more. It's not just one of them.
Maybe
One
we
of them
stop
looks
trying
at-
to talk to them.
One of them looks at you, Greyhide, and it gets like a direct look with you eyeing it, both of you guys eyeing each other. And it does the same thing. You see maggots coming out of its mouth hole and maggots coming all over it, and you suddenly feel squirming under your chest, and you think, oh crap, this thing's cursed. Roll a wisdom save.
And just after I'm so stuffed with all of these breakfast sandwiches, I'm not feeling good as it is. This is really... I got a +1 for wisdom. Who would have thunk? I keep rolling everything under 5.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
This is terrible. You see the maggots, you can feel them digging into your skin, and you ate so much breakfast sandwiches, and you double over and start puking on the ground.
Thank the maker that I only puked, because could have been so much worse. Okay.
But it basically is paralyzing you with fear.
So I kind of lost my turn, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. The other one is going to attack you, Greyhide.
And wasn't it me who
not
wanted to
Greyhide,
fight the Haunted
Fitz.
Scarecrows so much?
Yeah.
Here we go.
It will get to, I'm guessing a 13 doesn't hit you.
A 13. I already have my rapier out at its friend, so as it swings at me, I simply parry its arm out of the way, and I chuckle at it. I say, "You were made by peasants." Ha!
It looks at you with anger and comes up with its other claw and tries to hit you, and it completely misses as you dodge out of the way.
In the middle of my puking, I say, "Peasants are the salt of the earth."
The other one piles onto you. It jumps on you. The one that was looking at Greyhide for a second, it actually jumps on you and tries to claw you, but you push it off before it can do any actual damage to you.
But
The last one gets off of its stake, and like its other arm falls off as it does, and it comes to you and tries to like move its head towards you like it's gonna bite you. But you easily dodge out of the way. I rolled 6 attacks and didn't roll over 5. That's amazing.
That is a lucky day.
Rigged.
Anyways, Greyhide,
Somebody loves me.
your stomach it has to empty. You feel the digging in of the maggots. You're starting to beat certain parts of your armor. Everybody else sees this and is freaking out. Enigma.
Yes.
You are. They do know where you are because you shot. You shot it, so that makes them aware of where you are. But you could use your cunning action to hide again, to try hiding again if you want.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that.
All right. So you move along into the foliage, trying to hide. Roll that stealth.
Sweet.
22. Jesus Christ.
Woof. That is
Very nice. Very nice.
Guys, this enigma's very sneaky.
Even Alpha's a little impressed.
She's quite stealthy.
One of them rolled a natural 20 to see you, but it's still not enough to see a 22. So,
Wow.
you can shoot any of them. You have advantage on any of them. Which one do you want to shoot? You have the one that's looks almost completely broken up, and then you have 2 others that are piling on Fitz right now, but not hitting him somehow.
Okay, I'm gonna go for one of them that is on Fitz.
Okie dokie. You get advantage and sneak attack if you hit
Awesome. So you push short bow?
twice. Yep,
Twice.
twice. That will hit. You can. Did you roll twice or just once? Do it one more time because you could get a natural 20 and get a critical. There you go. And you roll a natural 1. So good thing you had advantage. 20. It'll hit. So roll the damage for the short bow plus the sneak attack. By the way, criticals on rogues is insane. It ends up being like at her level. It ends up being something like 4. It ends up being 66 plus whatever. It's crazy.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
But okay, there you go. 15. That's a consistent we did last time.
Nice.
You see another one get shot in the back as it's trying to pile up on you, Fitz. You realize that this arrow didn't actually come from Alpha, as it usually does. But it seemed to like hit it and disperse it slightly. You see hay fall out of it. Enigma, Alpha.
Nice.
You're on mute.
Sorry, what is it that my bow can do? The new one?
A hail of thorns. I think that's what it's called. I hope it is, because otherwise I'm not feeling it.
How do I use it?
There it is. Right?
Sounds fun. I don't know what that does, but hey,
Let me look it up real quick. Sorry.
let's find out together.
Probably hails a lot of thorns.
Hail of thorns.
It
yeah,
sounds like
okay.
it may. Yeah.
So next time you hit a creature with a ranged attack before the spell ends, this spell creates a rain of thorns that sprout from the ranged weapon as ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, so it's in addition to your normal attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So you could do it, but just so you know, you would hit all of them plus Fitz.
It's fine. We've already shot me a couple times.
But if he
there.
makes a dexterity save, he'll only take half the damage, and he is pretty dexterous.
What damage are we talking about on this?
So the main one you shoot takes your normal damage with Hunter's Mark. Everything around it would take a d10. Half if they save. It's not too bad.
Fitz, what do you think?
Let
Let it rain?
Yes.
Let
Run
it
down
rain.
the rain.
Let it rain. we all know I'm good at my medical medical roles have been like pretty.
Let me take those
pretty
thorns
stellar.
out of you.
Yeah.
The last time you shot me with an arrow, you did subsequently save my life immediately after. So
All right,
See,
roll that attack.
Let's see if we're 2 for 2. Okay, roll. And I still have Hunter's Mark enacted, so that's that remains. Okay.
On that one, yeah.
Yes. So let's roll the attack with my.
Either way, they have to roll a save. So go ahead and roll a dex save too, Fitz.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Fail.
So 21 that hits. And
Okay.
we will do.
That definitely hits. So do your longbow damage, do your d6 for the Hunter's Mark,
Ooh, sorry guys.
and then do a d10.
it's a
Okay,
lot of
so
damage.
We're at
Wow, you rolled
15
6.
damage.
That was which one did you shoot, by the way? The initial one? Oh, that's the one you had the Hunter's Mark on, right?
Yeah. And then a d10. So we're at
Yeah.
15. Oof. Sorry.
There you go. Uh-oh, you roll a d100.
Oh, did I? Sorry. You see my sometimes
75 damage. Do you save, Fitz?
Sorry. Oh, yes, I see. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Let's go.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so we're at 19.
I believe that
total?
will
Is
save
how
it. So
works?
you take 2 damage. So you
Thank
see
you.
the arrow goes into the sky, and it's coming down in an arc, a slightly arc, and from it suddenly it disperses. The back of the arrow disperses into 1,000 little thorns that they plummet the ground, and the main one, the rest of the arrow of the main one still hits its target.
Nice.
That main one completely shredded. It hits it straight on, and you see the whole thing shake and disperse as hay goes everywhere, and these thorns just completely obliterate it. Fitz, you take 2 damage. The rest of them take. This one took 4, and one of them actually saved.
So is there a scarecrow on Fitz right now?
There's 2.
So I send my
It's
bird
still quite near.
Okay.
to help.
Alrighty. The bird makes its attack. Cock die. That'll still hit. Which one are you doing? The fresh one, or the one that's just a little hurt, or the one that's a bit more hurt?
Which they're both on him.
Yeah, they're both on him.
So the one that's more hurt.
Okie dokie.
Meanwhile, as the thorns rain down, Fitz uses his fancy new cloak that gives a +1 to his AC
Oh, yeah.
hide underneath, and the thorns spike into it, and a few of them catch him, and oh, God, ow, ow, Jesus!
You hear that from the... You're the only one... No one's hit Fitz except for Alpha this battle so far.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Okay.
Enigma hit one of them too, or no?
No, I mean no one's hit Fitz other
Fitz,
than Alpha. Yeah.
Today. Thank you, Paul.
But Fitz, what is Fitz gonna do?
Well, Fitz is going to look at the one that's already dying, because it seems to, be the closest one to death, and might as well knock that one out. And with his rapier, he's going to lean forward and give it a little schnick across in an attempt to decapitate it with the sharp edge right near the point of his rapier.
Sure.
Just a little flick like that.
Nice.
Yes. And as he does it, he's going to say, "I hate the country." He's going to roll a 22.
That's gonna hit. Roll that damage.
How dare you,
High
Fitz?
rollers.
We've got a 9.
9.
And then
Easy.
That one is... that one is... almost look like it tore apart. Its head actually falls back, and you see it still sitting there with its arms out, trying to scrape at you, but its head is completely disconnected and fallen back.
And then with my dagger, I'm going to stab it right in the chest and say, "But I do respect the profession of farming." I stab it with my dagger in my other hand.
I don't know how to make a heart, but I'm trying to make a heart right now. There you go.
We've got a 12
Why do I know
on
this?
that one. I don't know if that one hits.
12 will
12
actually
damage.
hit this thing. You slash out with it, doing 4 damage because it's your offhand, and you get it right across the belly as hay comes pouring out of it, and it completely just falls apart.
Ha! You gaudy thing.
The last Scarecrow is going to look at you, Fitz, and it cackles at you as it continues trying to scrape at you.
Ugh.
It rolled a 11 and a 20, so that will finally hit.
Oof.
Um,
So focused on the other Scarecrow that I
where's my
looked
D4?
over. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Thank you, Crafty One.
7 plus 1. You take 8 slashing damage, and you have to make a wisdom save.
Oh my god, right across my chest. That's... Ooh, I'm bleeding. Hello, someone, I'm bleeding. I don't like it.
Hello, I'm bleeding.
Anybody? Wisdom.
on.
Oh, great, because we all know how wise Fitz is.
Hey, you
Oh,
rolled a
thank God he
19,
rolled
so
a
that's what you get.
19.
You see it jumps on you as it's trying to slash you, and you see again the maggots pouring out of its eyes and dropping onto your armor, and you realize it's not real, and it's you will it away, but
Go away, peasant
it's still
maggot.
on you, like trying to like hold onto you and slash you.
Oh, my God, I'm bleeding.
Greyhide is now up. You finally realize the illusion goes away, and there were none except that your breakfast is still on the ground.
What a waste. What a waste. That was 9 coppers worth of breakfast sandwiches gone.
Times 13.
13, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to look straight at the Scarecrow, and I'm going to say, "You may be able to scare crows, but you can't scare me." And then I'm going to take my my axe, the Azure Edge, and I'm going to attack and come straight down with a crushing blow against that haunted Scarecrow.
Yep.
So I roll for hitting, right?
Yeah.
You'll
You
have
hear
to
in your
roll
head.
with him first, right?
You hear in your head, surprisingly, "You can also throw me."
Woo! Do I still have time to throw? Well, I already rolled, but no, I'm not.
It's
gonna
fine. It's
throw.
the same roll if you want to use it.
No, I'm not going to throw. I'll do it later.
Okay. Yeah, you run up and you hit it with that. Actually, will miss slightly. It just barely gets out of the way as you whiff right in front of it, hitting a few strands of hay.
Fitz
But I
also
still got.
just
I got
barely
my
gets
other
out of the
auxiliary axe.
Yep.
I was saying.
Oh no. Oh, that is a +1 act. You already added it. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
That was so close. You needed an 11.
Damn it! So I'll roll the other one. The other axe. Hey, I roll a 15. I hit something.
Yeah, you did. All right.
I'm not going to do a
roll that
divine
damage.
smite with it. I'm not even
hit
going to bother.
something.
No.
No.
Okay. It's actually only 2 damage because you don't get the +2 on your offhand. But
Oh, really? My offhand is just a regular. Okay.
it's whatever the roll is. Yeah. We can talk about it later. But as you level up, there's ways to get bonuses to doing 2-handed weapon fighting.
Nice.
But
Okay.
yeah, so that you definitely sink it into it though, and it didn't get quite a vital part. You pull it out, some hay falls out, but not as much as you would hope.
Thank goodness
Then,
you didn't get me. I'm just happy to. I'm just looking at you, and I'm so happy that you hit the Scarecrow instead of me.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention it is still on Fitz, and you hit it in the back, and it's still on Fitz. But Enigma,
Yes.
what is Enigma gonna do?
Okay, so I want to attack again.
Okay, it does see you now because you attacked last time.
Okay, cool. So I want to attack, and as I attack, I say, "Suck it, straw man."
Nice.
Ooh.
It's a bit
You
of a
won't get
straw
advantage.
man argument, but yeah.
Well, later you can go to the lake and do some red herrings. But
Nice.
you fire. You won't get advantage this time because it does see you this time.
Okay.
So you roll your attack, your short bow attack. You all hear that also.
Okay.
It's enough to hit it on Fitz's back. Roll your damage, and since it's in melee combat with another person, you get to sneak attack damage still.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That's a 14. Wow. Yeah, a solid hit right in the back. It jolts the whole thing, and you see pieces of it fall off here and there. Oops. Oh well. Then it is Enigma. No, Alpha. Sorry.
So are they all dead now? All
No,
three?
there's still one up on top of Fitz trying to claw him to death.
But he's like kind of deadish.
Taking some
He has
hits.
pieces of them falling apart. You can see that he's like missing a hand and stuff, but he doesn't look on the brink of death. I believe as a bonus action, you can actually move your hunter's mark to another target.
Yes, I can. All right, I will aim for this Scarecrow on top of Fitz, and Fitz, let's hope I do not hit you.
I would love that, Alpha. I would love that. As she fires
Okay.
her bow, I'm doing a little prayer inside to my goddess.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
22.
That'll
Oof.
definitely hit. So roll the longbow damage plus your d6.
12
Oh, wow. That's
plus-
max damage.
plus should I let's see
This
how
has a chance of
how
actually
max-
killing it.
Let's see how max. Where is it?
D6.
There it is.
Oh my.
Nice.
Woof.
So
Yeah.
we're at 18.
How do you want to finish this one? It's the last one.
I just aim straight for its head to watch its beautiful little scarecrow head explode.
This one has a bucket on it, and you shoot it directly where it needs to be shot, right behind, on the back, right in the center of it, and you see that the bucket flies off the hay everywhere, and the structure of the arms and legs fall apart on each side of Fitz, and Fitz is covered in hay.
Oh, God. Oh, the food of cows.
I go on my bow.
You what?
Put it away.
Oh yeah.
Just
I'm never
my-
having
put my
a
bow
breakfast
away.
sandwich ever again, guys. That's it for me.
I'll go to Fitz and
Don't believe
apply
you.
some medical.
Alrighty.
What about
Nice
me?
little spawn
You
holes.
start pulling out little thorns out of them.
Ooh.
Do I
Oh,
need to roll or?
Yeah, you can roll. Why not? Hey,
Just
not
you.
bad.
Yeah.
She takes off the thorns, and it surprisingly doesn't hurt excruciatingly painful.
Ooh.
Now that the
Excruciatingly
haunted
painful.
scarecrows are
Does
gone,
it
I'm kind
remove
of
Oh,
some-
sad.
it does not hurt.
I don't like having thorns in my skin. I'm very delicate.
You're a bit of a fancy boy, Fitz.
I
A fancy
help you up,
textile
Fitz.
boy.
Well,
I offer you my hand to help you up.
oh,
That's
all right,
nice.
thank you. Thank you, Alpha.
I can't
Pulling
believe
your
you
thorns out of
didn't
me.
get hit by any of that.
Well,
Do I-
Enigma,
I know.
I wasn't exactly at my most gallant today, but you more than picked up the slack and were quite good in a fight, I've got to say. Well
Yes.
done.
Enigma, you are very, very sneaky. Can I see her now? Do I have to roll? Do I even know where she is right now? Can I see her?
While this is going on, I send my bird to like surveil like the terrain and see if there's anything else I can pick up.
Good thinking.
All right. You look around and there's definitely a bunch of hay and such. Looking further, you see that there's a dead chicken also next to this thing. You see some bones of some
I
remnants of an
suspect
animal.
foul play.
Do we think
Dead
like
chicken?
do we recognize
Dead
is
chicken,
it
foul
like
play?
witchcraft or do we recognize what this would mean?
1 second.
Yes, this is a great question. Greyhide, do you have anything to see if this is sort of what
Like
enchanted
sorcery
these
or
scarecrows?
Well, I already said that this looks like foul play.
Yes. Well,
So just that's my
anything-
observation. If you want me to cast some spell to prove it, I could do divine sense
You
about
can
the butcher chickens.
roll a knowledge arcana if you want.
I will roll a knowledge arcana. It's probably going to be a 3. No, it's a something.
Yeah, you're not sure. It's magic's not really your thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But
try
I do
and roll
suspect
it.
foul play. But I don't really
I rolled
know.
a 10.
Also, magic's not exact. This type of magic's not exactly your your
Right.
thing. You're not sure. You don't see anything. on
Enigma,
it.
what do you make of these?
Okay,
Foul
I also
butchery.
roll a knowledge of Arcana, but while I investigate, I try to sense the energies that anything similar to the energies of the gods around me, and I've got a 19. It was a 19. Yes. Do I sense anything with 19?
You don't really get anything of the gods per se. You do notice there's a little symbol. It takes you a while because you really destroyed, especially with thorns, like evaporated one of these. But on the underside of the bucket, you look, and there's actually a scrawled symbol.
Ooh. Hey guys,
And
check this
it
out.
looks like it might have some magical property. Anyone can roll a history check on it if you want.
Sure. As an aristocrat, I know.
Or
little-
knowledge, history, or religion, either one.
Well, I have no idea what this symbol is.
I got a pretty
Mm,
good
never seen
knowledge religion roll, actually. I got a pretty decent one.
14, it's not too tough. Yeah, you're pretty sure this is a symbol of Asmodeus.
God,
Asmodeus.
blasted Asmodeus.
Fitz, do you share this information with us?
Yes,
Well,
I
I'm the
do.
one who rolled. Oh, I thought I
Yes,
rolled.
I share it
and-
with
Real-
all
In
of you.
Greyhide, you share it too, that you're like, oh, that's Asmodeus.
It's Asmodeus! That's what I say.
Oh my god, what's Asmodeus?
It's an amazing song, Asmodeus, Asmodeus.
I love
Actually, I don't want to say it too many times. I don't want to actually summon him for real in my home, so.
Oh, he's a demon.
No, he's the real shit.
He
so-
is.
Wait, so what does this mean?
He is. Sorry, I'm having issues here, and it's black and furred.
Oh,
it.
That was the 4th time tonight.
it's the foul familiar.
You know
of the
it's a
dreaded
deity.
Asmodeus. Yeah,
It's a deity of indulgence. It's usually worshipped by devils, patron of obsession and power,
and he's
Somebody was
way out of our league if we
obsessed
face him.
with scarecrows.
and it's one of the lords of the 9 hells.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, it might behoove us to figure out who is summoning these
Right.
scarecrows.
This
This is bigger
is
than I
not good.
expected.
Guys, this is gonna mess with the natural fabric of
Well, I don't
just
think we're in any
everything.
position to take on Asmodeus at this time, but
Not Asmodeus, but maybe find out.
Well, I'm sure Asmodeus
Asmodeus.
didn't personally
It's actually
come and
pronounced both
inject
ways.
his.
no.
What's that?
Both pronunciations are fine. I've heard.
It's like about or a boot.
Yes. Canadians say
certain-
Asmodeus.
I'm fairly certain that Asmodeus himself didn't come and inject himself into these scarecrows, so it's probably just some sort of local wizard trying. I mean, what motive does he have?
Cultists.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
I think we need to find these people.
Hmm.
They're
What
messing
do you
with
think, Enigma?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. But
Well, it's a demon.
okay, yeah, I think we should go find him for sure.
Enigma,
As a team, maybe.
how did you get so very sneaky?
You know what? I think it was just luck today.
I don't
This is
trust
the
her.
face of not buying it.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
you
don't
clearly
have
have
to
some
roll an
sort
insight.
of training.
It's okay.
I must say.
I never bought it, but we need to find the people summoning. I don't know. This is bad news.
Alright. Well, why don't we investigate the countryside and see if there's some sort of demon summoning shack?
Well, maybe we can meet some of the local peasantry, and maybe they can invite us
We
in.
talk to
I'm not ready
talk
to
the
eat anything. but-
farmers, see if
It
they
is-
notice anything
Yeah.
around.
It is
Exactly.
late already, because it was already getting dark when that battle started, and as you're sitting here investigating stuff, it's getting more and more into nighttime. What are you going to do about the living arrangements now?
Nighttime in the country.
Well, we might have to find an inn or some, maybe if all the rooms at the inn are filled, we'll have to stay in a stable or something.
Maybe we
with a
can
manger.
maybe we can talk to a farmer and
Can we-
because I mean these were his scarecrows, so
Can we make it home tonight? Is there any way possibly that I can sleep on a bed with feathers this evening? Please.
We can sleep in a loft. With,
I mean we're all the way out
the
here.
one-
We should probably kind of.
It would take about an hour to get, maybe an hour and a half to get back to the manor.
or we could find a
Oh,
farmer, but he'll probably say that we can stay as long as we don't touch his beautiful daughters.
I think
There's-
we should try
Sorry,
and
Greyhide.
stay and see if we can get more information. So maybe see if we can find a place around here to stay.
Well, the reason, not to
Alpha
DM
and
railroad
Greyhide,
this,
you-
but for next session, for the special theme we're having, it would be very convenient if you went back to Trollskull Manor.
Okay, so Trollskull it is.
No,
gonna be quite the
I take it back.
Alpha has provided an excellent argument for staying in the countryside for more investigation. Greyhide has provided an even better argument for staying in the countryside and staying with some farmer.
I have a weakness for corn-fed.
You're a terrible person.
Farm maidens, who milk cows and they got sturdy grips on the teats of when they, it's just a rich tapestry. I love the country and I love
You are actually genuinely impressed that he knows that much about milking cows.
I am genuinely impressed that you know that much about milking cows.
Well, my younger sister was a bit of a milkmaid herself, and I knew plenty of lovely milkmaids in the peasantry that I grew up in.
So many questions that I'm just not going to ask right now.
Yeah, that's
let's
for
not
next
do
week.
that.
That's
Assuming
probably
you
for
go
next
to
week.
Trollskull Manor to set up
We
the
don't
next
talk about
session,
all of this
Trollskull.
stuff.
Yes.
what do you want to do with? Are you going to go with Enigma to Trollskull Manor to stay there, or are you going to? What is the party going to do with that?
Fitz, remember what they said.
Enigma, do you have a place to stay?
I actually do. I found a really nice place. And if you guys want, you can come stay with me for the night.
Oh,
I don't know. There is a bed. I'll be taking the bed though.
Maybe
Well, we
for
have our
now.
own
Maybe
warm,
for now, let's
cushiony
just,
beds at Trollskull Manor, but it's good to know that you have a place to stay, and do pop by anytime. We'll probably be adventuring again.
Anytime.
Yes,
Uh,
anytime.
perhaps tomorrow in the
Yes.
morning, not
Yes.
during the night.
It wouldn't
But you
be
did
easy
well
to get
today, I must say. We
farmers to
still don't
talk
know
in.
much more about you, but you did well. You're good in a fight. I'll say that.
Enigma, you are very, very sneaky. In fact,
Very
you're a little bit of an
enigmatic.
enigma.
She is a bit of an enigma, isn't she?
Yes.
I think I'm going to call you Enigma.
I could send my bird when we're ready to meet up.
fly.
Again.
Oh, Alpha, did your bird find anything just now flying about? Or
I mean, it's still out looking right now.
You can roll a perception for your bird if you were looking for something. What is your bird looking for, though?
Just a general, see if there's anything else around, anything else weird,
Okay.
any other information, any little tidbits it could pick up for us.
Okay.
anybody chanting and lighting fires and summoning demons, for example?
Like any marks or weird, I don't know. 25.
Wow.
Yes.
Another
Oh,
natural 20.
What a day.
How?
What a bird. What a bird.
What a bird.
I hate to not reward a natural 20 with something, but it looks around. There's really nothing for it to find. It finds a nice little mound, and searching it a little bit, it finds like all these night crawlers, and it just starts going away at it and munching.
I mean,
Cool.
it had a good time.
All right, well, start
But,
headed back, I guess, then.
Found a good
All
note.
right, so you head
All
back
right.
to Trollskull Manor. Enigma, you're heading back to the place you stayed the previous night?
Yeah.
Okay. You head there, and there's already a vagrant in there, laying in the place that you're laying. It wakes up, and it says, "Who are you? I found this place fair and square."
Oh, so Can I try to convince him to leave? I try to convince him that.
Sure. What are you telling him?
I'm here as pest control. It's very dangerous to stay in this spot, and you need to leave immediately.
All right, roll a deception. Deception says, "Oh my goodness, you rolled a 1.
I know.
It still has a chance. Where's my d20?
Ooh.
I rolled a 12. He says, "I didn't see any pests around here. You're trying to get me to leave, aren't you?"
No. No. It's insanely dangerous to stay.
Hey, you're pretty. You can stay here with me if you want.
I guess you guys don't have a phone. I can like call and come back to stay with you. Right?
They
Well,
did
you
tell.
could probably kick this guy's ass. I'm sure on your own. You're pretty good in a fight.
That's an option too if you want.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convince him to go look outside the window and then push him out.
All right. Roll a deception again. And then roll a. Let's see. Oh, yeah. He's like, what's outside the window? And he goes and he looks. And you push him out. It's not hard, but roll an intimidation.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's like, holy crap, how did you push me? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's yours, hey, don't. And he walks back inside and like grabs his stuff all like, and then goes off into goes out into the darkness. Goddamn vagrants can't get along at all.
Filthy vagrants.
I locked the door behind him.
There's no real lock, but you find a plank of wood and you put it up against it.
Sweet.
Cool. Well, we can stop there. Awesome. So
Wow.
next episode will be a special flavored episode. We won't be doing it live because some of us have stuff to do on the 23rd. I think Alpha will be traveling, and I'll actually be at game night if you want to come check us out with some friends. A lot of people in the chat here. I know some of them in real life. And we're going to go hang out at game night on the 23rd, probably play games and stuff. So if you're interested in South Florida,
We'll still be releasing our recorded Christmas special.
Yes. So the video will be as usually scheduled. It just won't be live because we will have pre-recorded it.
Yep, we will be releasing something on the 23rd, so you'll see that. Also, as well, don't forget you can check us out on the Discord. It's actually the best place to find me. Everybody else here is pretty on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. They're pretty responsive. I'm kind of not the actor type, the odd one out here. So Discord's really the best place if you're going to contact me. But feel free to share whatever. I already had a fan come in and talk to me about a campaign he wrote, and I actually went and bought it and used pieces of it. The whole story about the vampire and the monastery and stuff like that, that was totally from that. I just shamelessly stole it, but I bought it, so.
What's his name again? I forget.
Yeah, that was great.
I don't know his name. You can find his stuff on it's on Discord. You don't actually show your name; you show whatever handle you have. So it wouldn't mean anything if I told you that. But the module is called The Fate of Penetes. Here, I'll put it in the chat again, and he has a site and a link to his module if you're interested in checking that out.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
We might have to go check out his monastery as well at some point.
If you ever need to, it's there, but might not be a reason to at this point. It was one of the options with Maloon, based on what you did with Maloon.
By the way, Vaja didn't happen to airmail us some magic wand or anything, did she?
Oh yeah, when you get back to Trollskull, for sure, you find up in you go into like the main room, and there was like a empty barrel there. Sitting on top of it is a wand. It's actually a long, hardened, gnarled stick, and at the end, some type of like rattle almost. You can shake it, and you hear something like inside of it, like tuk, 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 inside of it, and you feel it. It feels kind of like it's made out of bone, possibly.
Sounds like a paladin's weapon.
It's about this long.
Does it?
I'm just trying. I don't know.
Whoever attunes to it will know that it is a wand of secrets, and if you shake it, it will find. I think it's within 30 feet. I have to look it up, but maybe 60 feet. Any secret door or trap within the area, you'll hear also a little. You shake and you hear, and then wherever there's a secret door or trap, you hear a as well.
Cool.
I like it.
Ooh. So next time we're out looking for secret trapdoors and treasure, this sounds like some.
I look at the one. I put it in. I mean, everybody's seen it. You guys okay if I put this in my bag for now?
Sure.
Fine.
Didn't want to leave it lying around. We seem to have a lot of people randomly showing up.
Did we kill those scarecrows for nothing, or was someone paying us to do it? Damn! We're the worst adventurers ever.
That's probably the first time ever Alpha didn't ask for payment.
That's true. Alpha, why did we do those wait, I know the reason.
Well, Fig. That was Fig. It wasn't even Alpha.
Fig might have gotten payment a little bit up front that she neglected to mention.
And
well, they saw some of
to share with fellow adventurers.
Fitz
I'm just
felt a
wondering
bit of
why
that payment.
I retched my guts out in a field of hay with scarecrows. But whatever. I'm tired and I'm ready to hit the hay.
I'll go ahead now. I'll share with you what my adventures at the Enclave, just so you're up to speed with my new weapon and my new friend. And yeah.
Wow, thank you.
So,
and I'm all up to speed, and I'm feeling fantastic.
Great. So long rest, everyone.
Yep, long rest. And
good night, Enigma, I say out my window, but I'm probably sure she doesn't hear.
Still need to think of a name for the group.
Oh, yeah.
It'll come someday.
Tarragon Mustard. Hey,
never. No more breakfast sandwiches. I will never have breakfast sandwiches again.
Adventures with extra tarragon.
How's your stomach feeling, Greyhide? Feeling better now?
It's kind of terrible. But the sweetness of country air did restore some of my vigor, I must say, And just thinking about beautiful 8 maids of milking is what I was thinking about when I was in the country. And, I was imagining lords leaping and partridges and pear trees and all sorts of beautiful...
Boop, 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 boop.
I was just getting going with that bit.